When we last left off, our intrepid heroes committed kobold genocide. I didn't need to be monetized anyway. They went up into the mountains with Valia the Orchid, a great big old paladin, and laid waste to a mountain full of kobolds who had been kidnapping and robbing and assaulting people all throughout the valley. Their queen resisted the party's, Valia's, draconic wiles and was put to the sword, but then luckily the chieftain was cowed into submission, and a bunch of random coobs are now your prisoners. Or, sorry, your non-paid employees.
Oh, don't worry. They'll have things soon.
It's very ominous when you put it like that.
Nonsense.
They're going to be put to the sewers of Ignafaerus.
No.
The sewers of Ignafaerus goes literally straight down into fucking lava.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
Ignafaerus' waste disposal system. Just incinerate it.
It's very convenient.
Yeah, it's
Hey, you don't
like
need a poop patrol.
Exactly. All the fucking piping is just, well, it just goes straight into, 3,000
An
degrees
incinerator.
Celsius.
Gotta smell awful.
I mean, it's a
No, it
volcano. It
doesn't.
already smells awful.
It
Ah, you're right,
basically
fair enough.
no, it would basically vaporize.
Yeah, instantly. It's
Yeah,
and even the fucking fumes will just instantly vaporize.
Any kind of methane would also automatically ignite. So
brutal. Well, now you're just adding to fucking global warming.
No, because it's not.
The
The methane doesn't escape into the atmosphere.
Shush. I'm joking. But yeah, you have a bunch of kobolds. You have a bunch of farm animals. You do have Avalia sticking around, as well as your friendos here. And yeah, with the kobold problem pretty thoroughly dealt with, there's nothing stopping you guys from just making your way up to Ignafaerus, which takes like a day and a half with no worries anymore.
Hooray!
we're gonna need to make a stop over in Sakani.
That is, let's see.
Or did it get-
Literally on the way.
Yes. Yeah, alright. So, welcome to Sakani. Well, this is the Valley of Ignafaerus, such as it is.
Yay!
A pleasant little farming community in the shadow of a great big old dwarven / minotaur fortress up in the mountains. You can still see some wyverns flying around the mountaintops in the distance, but there's no sign of animosity in the creatures. They are no longer in the kobold's thrall, and just flap lazily around in the distance.
Excellent.
Catfolk wave energetically to you as you make your way into town. It is the beginning of August, and August means potato harvesting season.
Oh boy.
And boy howdy, are there potatoes to be harvested. This valley is blessed by multiple gods over the years, and the produce here grows abundantly indeed. The potato vines are truly massive, and the spuds being pulled out, even this early,
What?
are tremendous and plump.
Wait, the what did you say?
The spuds.
Potato vine?
Spud.
That's potato.
Or
You
plants.
said potato
Yes, sorry.
vines.
No, I didn't. Shut up. I would never make a mistake like that, Hedrah. You're hearing things.
It's fun.
Yeah, I know. It's like the fucking farmer just reacted to something that she was like, oh, guess what? It's raining. That's good for the fucking potatoes.
But yes, the potato plants are being harvested already, and they are large, plump, little spuds. Well, nothing little about
I would
them.
like to go find the mayor.
Fucking
Okie
head
dokie.
size motherfuckers.
Head size. Some of these things are growing to torso size.
That's what you're about to
Immense
say. I'd like
potato.
To go find some
Yeah,
potatoes.
not like the first generation of potatoes that was literally horse size.
Yeah, no, Senatray hasn't taken a dump in the valley in the last couple of years, so they're not overwhelmingly large, but they're quite stout indeed. But yes, with a little bit of rooting around, you can find Alderman Yalson, a probably
Excellent.
middle-aged by now catfolk with dark skin, red hair, big old workers' trousers. He's out in the fields with all the other workers. Give you a wave as you come on over. Lady Talanora, welcome back.
Hello! It's been a long time.
It has months. How have you been?
Oh, you know, just roaming around, doing adventure thing. It's been good, I guess. Well, there was that problem. Never mind. It's been fine. Anyway, I need your help.
Oh, what with?
Well, do you see this congregation with behind me over there by the cards?
He will have to take a couple steps to look past you because you are so much larger than him. But yeah, he'll glance past you to see the 20 kobolds. He'll frown. Where did you find those?
Adventure things.
Those aren't the bandits that have been harassing people, are they?
Not anymore.
I see.
We beat the hell out of them and got rid of all their eliminated their wyverns. However, wholesale slaughter is kind of. There's a second of pausing. Well, we didn't really want to just kill all of them, you know. That seemed a bit much. They're just kobolds, after all.
And several of them do
However,
look quite round.
yes, there are also a lot of very pregnant ones. So, I thought perhaps they could stay together and create a new life for themselves here, and they could start a farm together, or they could be hired on and distributed around as hired hands. It is harvest season coming up soon, and I'm sure everyone will be needing more hands to work the fields. We also have a number of farm animals that we recovered, so they could just simply start up a farm themselves here in the valley.
Do they know anything about farming?
No, and that's where I'm going to need your help. They're going to need some people to teach them how to farm.
All right, I'll tell you what. This is a particularly abundant season. He'll glance down as a pair of his younger kids are pulling out a spud the size of their entire bodies. It's taking two of them at once to just drag the sheer mass out. I'll bring them on as spare hands, I guess, for the season, and if they can behave themselves, we can talk about doing a barn raising for them.
That would be wonderful.
Just tell your mom when you get up to the keep that we're gonna need a couple extra guards down here. I trust you to
course.
have, pacified them, but just in case. It'd make everyone feel a little more comfortable with, well, you know.
Of course. I will speak to my family.
Great.
And we'll have a conversation with the kobolds before we depart as well, to make sure that they know what's going on.
Good, good. And I'll see about finding a field for them to till.
Perhaps till in the spring, perhaps. Since it's already August.
Yes. Work now. We'll find some land for them to work come spring if they can be trusted.
No, thank you very much for your assistance.
I'll give you a nod and a clap on the shoulder and go talk to some of his boys about finding some extra farm implements for these little creatures. They're going to need something to help their tiny bodies pull these giant taters.
Okay. So let's see. Who speaks Draconic in the party again?
Draconic? I
Me
believe
and
I
Inah.
speak it.
Yeah, it'd
Oh,
be
Yeah,
Aska and
most of us.
Inah.
And B.
Okay.
Oh, B2. All right.
And Vala.
Well, yes, Valia does in fact speak Draconic. That's true. Actually, wait, is
Okay.
it? That's not her native
Wait,
language.
is it? It's kind of funny if the dragon
I
does
would be
speak Draconic.
That would
Come on,
be.
that
I
has to be
mean,
fucking
listen,
genetic.
she was not raised. Okay, no, she does not in fact speak Draconic.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
I love it.
She has never been around other dragons. She has no fucking clue. She speaks her first language is Dwarven.
That's great. I love it.
Okay. Well, then I will go to B, Aska, and Inah. Okay, guys. I've talked to the alderman, and he has agreed that the kobolds will be hired on as hands for the harvest. And if they if it works out for them, they'll see about doing a barn raising in the spring, and he's gonna find a plot nearby that they can that will be appropriate for them.
All right.
Yay.
I don't know how to speak Draconic, so you guys are going to have to explain to the chieftain and the kobolds about about their situation. They have a potential to earn a good, honest living here. They already have farm animals, and if they can prove themselves here and learn from the other farmers, that they can start their own, and I think they'll make it pretty good here. The valley is very abundant, so they won't have wanting for food as long as they don't go stealing everything.
Okay.
I just can't
Do
talk to
you-
them. So
Yeah. B
Do
will
you have
help.
a backup plan in case they don't want to farm?
They were convinced to do it.
There's always the mines.
Either one works for me or them, so we'll see what they want to go with.
Yeah, B will help relay the farming news to them.
Sure. Valia will help as well, at least lending her
Oh yes,
presence, if
Valia's
not
presence. Her sheer presence will probably help.
I mean, the chieftain at least speaks Arunan as well, so she can talk
Oh,
to
he
him.
does. Oh, excellent. Oh, then I would also talk to him.
Yeah, we can all pitch in.
Yeah. Luckily with Valia there, I don't think it really needs a check. It's a dragon telling a kobold to sit here and enjoy a nice, prosperous life. It's like, okay.
As long as you work hard, you will earn yourself a very good, a comfortable existence here.
Where shall we burrow, oh magnificent one? Valia will glance at you. Where can they dig?
Do they have to dig a giant hole in the ground?
It is a kobold's instinct to go underground, yes.
That would make good for root cellars.
Valia will just laugh. Yes, I suppose you could put them down in someone's root cellar. That would probably be fine, at least until these ones pop.
They are going to be. Their situation is that they are going to. It's too late in the year to establish a new farm, so they're going to have to prove their mettle by working as farmhands across the various farms out here. But if they work hard and prove themselves and learn, they're gonna see about doing a barn raising on in the spring for them.
Oh,
The
good.
kobolds they already have a pack of farm animals of their own, so they have I mean, quite frankly, they have an astonishingly good start.
Yes, I do. I almost hate to see it wasted on these little ones, but fine. I'm not sure I'd trust the chickens around them.
Yes, they definitely need to be imparted with they don't eat the farm animals until it's time to eat the farm animal.
Yeah, the chickens, they will go for a long while because they make eggs every day, and one egg is just looks as the size of a regular kobold. Like, yeah, one egg is a pretty good meal on its own.
Yeah.
The alderman did request that we send some additional security here, but just to keep an eye on things. So that's going to be something I have to talk to my family about.
Right. Well, I suppose I'll stay here until you get that organized.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Once you do, though, I'll be heading home. It's just a day or so from here if ever you need me again.
Oh, you live very close.
Indeed. I confess I've avoided your folks' land for some time. But I'll be about here-ish. I'll poke your map.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a second. Isn't that a bandit over there?
Where?
This
Yeah, where you're
individual.
pointing like that.
No, that's a
It
Vader.
looks like a
Nope,
dryad.
yeah, that's
Oh, it's a
a
Vader. Oh, a
Yeah,
Vader.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Oh, do you live with the Vader that's over there in the forest?
Yes, I have a cabin in her grove.
Oh, that's wonderful.
that's lovely.
It is.
Very handy.
nice.
You'd probably like it as well, Aska. It used to be a Druid circle at some point in the past. A lot of old standing stones around there.
Oh. Do you happen to know what kind of circle it was?
Not off the top of my head. You'd have to ask the Orchid herself. She's been around long enough to know. Outlived her old tenders, I understand.
Well, if we're ever in the area, I'll have to pop in and ask.
Yes, you'll have to. I want you all to drop in for tea at least once in your lifetimes.
Sure, that sounds lovely. Also, you don't have to be a stranger. Feel free to please come and visit the city and the community here.
Oh,
You don't have to.
We'll
You don't have to
see.
hide away in the forest.
But I like the forest. Not much of a social creature, at least not for cities. But I'll consider it.
Oh, well, if you don't want to stay in the city, then you should at least go down the deep road and go visit the hot springs.
Never been underground that long before. Isn't it a whole day's trek there?
It certainly is, but
Sounds deeply claustrophobic.
oh, the deep road is quite wide, quite large.
Maya seems like legitimately uncomfortable with the thought of just being
Being
underground for
underground.
that long. She'll wrap her arms around herself and shake her head. Perhaps someday.
Oh, right.
Or perhaps someday the dwarves will dig an entrance right to the springs. That would be nice.
I mean, isn't it supposed to be some actual fancy roads through the underground down there?
Yeah, it's the deep road.
Yeah, that's what we're.
Even
about.
cutting off this way, that's still like 7 miles of road of additional underground.
No, you take the other side. Look, so you go not that side, the other side.
Oh, the other side, of course.
Yeah, that would be
Oh yeah.
considerably
Now I
shorter.
remember why we want to go through the deep road. There's the temple or like possible temple like underneath the lake for
Yeah.
Ross's thing.
Yep, that's over there.
Roz has been given reason to believe that the volcanic forge might be under the lake, ? But no proof
I had
thus
it.
far.
I had a feeling it'd be underneath the lake.
It does make sense.
Yeah. And I've been given the information that somewhere within here is, or like somewhere around here, this area, is the, what's it called, the armor of first Kinaran champion lady.
Yeah,
Oh,
like the
yeah.
first scale
Yep.
thing or something like
The
that.
Zakar
scale.
mentioned somewhere in the
Cool.
Paladin Mountains there is that ruin that his adventuring party did not escape, save for him looking for said armor.
Yeah, and it was. I didn't get the exact location because I did manage to save out of Narking, but this was the general location that was given. Which is quite a few fucking hexes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's certainly a wide area.
I did crit my fucking will save, so. Persuasive fucker.
So yeah, guys can leave Valia to babysit some coobs. And head on up to Ignafaerus, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it
Yay.
is very much the traditional Minothan city, that great towering Greco-Roman architecture, but underground, surrounded by big lakes of lava in the distance. But the city itself is perched high above that, dominated by a great temple complex and a keep in which the Ignafaerus family itself lives. There are plenty of people in the keep itself, not just Tally's family, but there's a tavern up here, meadery, a nice library, forges, shops, and a whole metric fuckload of elves and hornets. Tally, you have 38 cow elf sisters at the moment, and
Yeah.
there are 48 hornetlings still in Ignafaerus. Many of them have left the town by now to go out and found their own little colonies. But yeah, imagine a whole city of tallies. It's quite a mouth-watering sight for many of you, I'm sure. Poor
It's so
Kieran
good to be
just
home.
drools every time he comes here. It is, and yeah, as soon as they see you, several of your sisters and brothers come running to give you big hugs and ask how you've been, what you've been up to, who are your friends.
I will absolutely drag the party before members of my family and introduce them all.
Yay.
Whoa, hooray. Smile.
Samir
It's
is going
nice
to
to
just
meet you all.
slip away, go to school.
I will ask them. By the way, have you guys seen a small goat, much like this small goat here?
But she's smaller. It just motions her head like 7 inches lower.
A smaller goat.
Oh yeah. She's hanging out with Papa Cass up at the tavern.
Cass is here.
Yeah, he just popped
Ooh.
in with Tamara, and I think I saw Kiri and some fox lady, but they just zoomed away.
They're off to make mischief. Oh, that's great. Okay, so they're at the tavern. Is that Ursula's tavern?
I don't remember any other taverns being around here.
Oh, that's right. It would be the most important. Everyone else would lose out business to to Ursula's.
Yeah, you try and open a tavern here, Ursula takes your kneecaps, and no business.
No business.
Okay, well, first
Yeah,
off,
she has the strength to just literally take the kneecap and then just fuse your femur to your shin bone.
Yeah, she just sleight of hands your kneecap off. It doesn't matter what the roll on the sleight of hand check is. She's taking it anyway.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Barbarians can now use like strength to do like dexterity checks anyway.
God, I hate that. That's so stupid.
Yeah, me too.
Sleight of hand is not on the list.
I know, but still, stealth is, and that's the funniest
Very
shit in the
stupid.
universe.
Stealth is the funniest one.
The fucking Bruce Lee thing of just holding up a fist, clenching so all the muscles in your forearms bulge and strain and your knuckles crack. And then they just look and just nod and have it looks away.
I do not see
They
it.
haven't seen.
Yeah, it's the Sir Barrington thing where you just intimidate them into not seeing you. Yeah.
I think we should start off by getting Zana situated. Her mother should be here. I believe I know where she is. She should be at the tavern.
All right. Have fun with that. I imagine it's a rather personal thing, so I'll leave you to it.
Where are you going to go, Aska?
Probably to the tailor's. I could do with a little bit of touch up.
Oh, okay.
Roz will look around and smirk. Yeah, everything seems to be in our size around here.
Oh,
Yeah,
you'll love it.
surprisingly. I won't actually have to special order things here, I think.
No.
If anything, you might have to get them to pull the sizes in.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty big.
Roz will just lean over and honk Talanora's, like, torso-sized titty.
Uh,
Are you
hey.
sure about that?
Looks down in what is possibly like some of the biggest cups you could possibly have. Yeah, I am.
I don't
Oh.
know. I might have to might have to inspect them myself to, confirm.
Not in public.
Roz will stick her tongue out, grab your hand, and drag you on off to the tailor's.
Whenever you're done, just go. And Talanora will point at the big the keep. Just go over that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The best part about this is that this is just a fucking pun. One of my best puns.
So, yeah, the party can head to the Bear R room, where B and Zana are probably somewhat alarmed to see that there is a, draft horse-sized chimera with a tremendously regal mane sitting behind the bar, as if he belongs there. Nobody else seems to
Like,
think
that's
that's out of the usual.
just freeze up, but just hold, be still. It's like, don't move.
Oh, don't worry about Goldie.
Who's that?
That's Goldie.
The
Ursula
chimera will perk
adopted
its
him.
head up.
Does he talk?
Why, yes, I
Yes.
do talk.
Never
Hello.
mind. Never mind. It can talk.
Hi.
Greetings. Welcome to the Bear R room. Please make yourselves comfortable.
Goldie is super smart. He's a one-of-a-kind chimera.
He's super cool.
I am super cool. Thank you for noticing. You're very
Extremely
fluffy.
impressive.
Thank you.
Miss Ursula adopted Goldie on her adventures.
Oh, that's so cool.
It just looks good, or like, it's like I've heard Mom talk about chimeras. Like, are they supposed to be like just makes the wife look like jacked?
I want
I
to do
work
that
out.
someday.
Impressive mass. Holy crap! Like,
You could swear you see the creature smile.
Hey, let's see here. I'm gonna start step on my tippy toes and look around for a blonde-haired cat.
There is indeed a
If we
cat,
find
and he's
anything,
waving
we're
at you,
keeping him.
along with
I
a
wave.
tiny goat and a big Tammy.
Ooh, I wave extra hard. Now I see Tammy.
Tammy does a big, like, two-handed wave. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Well, there they are. There they are. Let's go. Oh, do you guys want something to drink? I can get you something to drink. I'm gonna get you something to drink. Talanora will go to the bar, and we'll order Zana and B drinks.
Of course, I'll bring them over straight away. Yeah, the three of you can go over to where Cass, Frida, and Tammy are sitting. Cass will hop up and just swoop each of you into a big ol' hug as soon as you come over. Oh,
Oh,
I cannot thank you enough for finding Tammy. Really, I can't.
hello again.
We were all so worried. And it
No
really sounds
problem.
like you've been through the ringer, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as soon as it's Hugs saying I should just instantly just stiffens to that.
It was really rough, but we're happy to be out of it. And happy that it went well. Mostly.
Barely
Yeah.
well.
Look, I don't know what happened in there, but I do know I have my little girl back, and just thank you all so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Pops.
You would almost say to put like a tracking spell on your kid or something like that.
We have a magic mirror at home. Somebody found an anti-scry. Tina just put her hands up. I have a right to privacy. And even if... Oh, okay, I turned it off. Cass frowns. And keep it off. If you get kidnapped again, how else are we going to find you and save you? You're too precious to just be wandering off all by yourself. Find some friends to adventure with. Fine, fine.
Frida would just look at, be just calmly looking at that and looks at Kels and say, I do remember I heard about a certain little cat boy that met their friends with singed hair all alone.
Yeah, and I learned my lesson the hard way that you don't go wandering alone in this world. I tried to impart the lesson, but I guess it didn't work out so well. But
Yeah,
hopefully Tammy's figured it out for herself this time.
indeed. So you shouldn't be so harsh in your words. I know you care.
I know. He's gonna go up and just hug Tammy. You can practically tell that it's happened a lot lately. Flicks her tail and just leans
Yeah.
back into it. And I know I said it too, but thanks, you guys. I can't imagine what would have happened if you hadn't come along.
Anytime.
Well, hopefully no time ever again. But
Yeah, how about we
Hopefully
never
not
do that
not
again?
again for this, but
Yeah.
if anything
Can't be-
similar happens.
Hey, speaking of which, I'll glance around. I know, you guys were following Kiri, and you totally would have done it just because, damsel in distress, but one good turn deserves another, so the family put together a little thing for you guys.
Hmm?
She will reach into her bag and pull out a sack of lucre and set it on the table. Within is a little gold bar for each member of the party. A solid 100 Gs.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
I'm not gonna feel like I'm poor
We-
after I buy all my stuff.
We would have done it anyway, but it's totally super cool.
That's real thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Dad.
Hey, it's the least we could do. And you all better know that if you ever need a place to crash, our home is your home. Now, drinks are on me, says, standing up to go get drinks and just bumps into Goldie. Oh, damn
I
it.
already had it done.
A mage hand will set down a platter of drinks for everybody.
Yay.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Thank you. Oh, by the
Oh.
way, out of character, I'm just posting this in VCT because it made me think it just made me think of this whole situation. How to recruit people. We have money. Oh, thank God.
Oh, is Goldie, is Ursula around? Is she in town today?
Oh no, she's with the shot working on that canal project.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Yes, I know. Having architectural supports and archways and stoneworks is all very tedious.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yes. Really, it's her fault for being such a skilled stoneworker.
Unfortunately, I kind of needed her assistant. Needed her help with something. Probably need help.
What with?
Oh, I might need two gargoyle bodies,
Well, I can refer you to a
much
very
like
talented sculptor or two.
the one that they made for Valeria.
Oh?
Potentially two, anyway.
You found
Possibly.
some lost spirits, did you?
Yes.
Definitely one. Potentially two.
Well, if Ursula's busy, you can tell he catches himself from just saying mom instead. There is a witch out on Lichtaker Isle who's quite capable. And there's that old
Oh,
fuddy-duddy
okay.
down at the Rose Tower, but he tends to give the family the cold shoulder for some reason.
Yeah, we met.
My condolences.
Right. All right, we did meet him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
He was pretty
Awesome.
nice.
Yeah, reasonably.
Well, if you get on with him, then he's certainly the closest master sculptor. Certainly knows a thing or two about gargoyles.
Okay, so you guys we might have to go down to Lichtaker Island to get some bodies made, maybe.
Castle lean in
All
at
right.
that. So, who you got to put in gargoyles?
One is a dragon, and one is a really, 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 really old elf.
Yeah.
All right, nice to the second one, but dragon?
Yeah. She's also really, 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 really old, though.
And that kind of goes without saying, but
Yeah.
awesome?
She was in the Valley of Wolves.
I don't know anyone who can make a dragon gargoyle, though. That sounds like a lot of money.
She's the
Oh.
maybe, though.
Yeah, she's the maybe. I mean, I don't think it would be the dragon. I don't think we'd put her in the dragon gargoyle, in a dragon gargoyle.
I mean,
Maybe
then
just
what's the
something.
point?
That is what we told her.
Did we tell her that we would do that?
No.
No, we didn't.
Well, technically, we didn't tell her anything, but
You have to research a spell first to ask her if she's down for it.
I know. That's what I'm gonna
That
do.
was
yeah.
yes.
I was thinking that we would just put her in something that looks kind of like a salamander, but maybe with some wings.
Ooh, you should give
Yeah.
her the little, like, butt wingies. Those are really cute, just
Out of-
saying.
Out of
Those are
character,
so
it's
hot right now.
out of characters. Those butt wings are actual the dragon version of tramp stamps. Everyone else is just culturally appropriating.
If you guys want to see what she what I'm talking the kind of body I'm talking about, we can go see Valeria.
Sure.
She's super nice.
Well, I'm gonna have a slight sit down. So
Yeah, we'll give you two some space.
Yeah. And then Talanora is going to get up and all but clamber over the table to go talk to go finally go see another elf, the other elf that's sitting with Cassidy.
Yeah.
Bestie.
So yeah, who is this elf? What her deal?
This is Amara. Talanora will introduce her. This is Amara. She's my bestie. She's my she's one of my half sisters, but she's like my favorite half sister. She'll like stage whisper that one.
A couple of other like cow elves in the background just look heartbroken.
She's not a she's not a wizard like me, but she's kind of like she kind of uses magic, right? She uses but she's more like
so no more fireballs.
Kyrian. She's not like Kiri. She's like sneaky, but she also has some magic.
Sneaky, man.
She doesn't throw fire around like me though.
Yeah, so no more fireballs.
Sneak
No.
Zard.
Tammy Quirkerhead. What do you mean no more fireballs?
I didn't say that yet. She said no. She doesn't fire. She doesn't shoot fireballs or anything.
Telly shoots lots of fireballs.
I shoot fireballs now.
He does shoot really good fireballs.
Amara's gonna sneak up behind you and stab. And hide in a bush.
not like Kiri.
Telly doesn't do a lot of sneaking.
No.
Yeah, so not like Kiri, who just said you said like sneak in and stab. Kiri's just sneak in and just swing a massive 200 sword.
Sneaky. Sneaker snack.
Snicker slash.
Castle. Giggle. Like father, like son. Well, Yes, Tammy and I'll leave you guys to go on your adventures in the temple. Zana,
Yeah, we're gonna
Frida,
go
it's
see
been great
Val.
catching up to you too.
Pleasure to meet you again.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoodle off to the keep.
Do you want us to stay, Zana, or
Well, you already see me ugly cried once, so
some alone time?
yeah,
Okay.
just gonna.
Come to the keep later, okay?
I will do just that. Just
Okay. I guess it'll
like
be
yeah,
B.
she's barely holding the restraining urge to just hug mom and cry into lap.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you
B.
can see, and
Oh,
you can
sorry.
actually see that Frida is very small, like 5'1", and she is easily like 30-40 pounds less than Zana in terms of mass. She is elfin level of delicate. Not elf, elfine. Big
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
difference.
Yeah,
An
very different
important
from the elves
distinction.
around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's distinctly not elven around here, really.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like ancient elf, like mystical elf levels because of Sylvan
Yeah,
style.
she looks like a high elf,
Yeah.
not these drow sluts.
Yeah, that level of delicateness to her, like there's not a lot of mass to her, but there's no boniness either. Everything is just almost meticulously soft about her. Even her little horns are like, they don't look like there's a single edge to them. Like nothing to catch on, nothing to scrape on. It's just soft.
She is the most harmless creature on the planet, it's true.
Aw.
Come on, B. Let's go leave them. Let's go leave them. Hey, have you been to the Primordial Temple? You're all about Saracena, right? Have you been up here?
I have never been here.
Oh, you'll
I
love
feel
it
like
then.
I've seen it before, though.
B did come
Maybe like
from the Saracena
dreaming.
Day festival. It's like session 1, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh wait, was that
Yeah,
here?
right.
Yeah, that would have been
That's here,
here
isn't
and
it?
in the village down outside.
Okay then. Yeah, I was here once. I didn't really get to look around all that much without there being a bunch of people around.
Oh well, maybe this will be a good
Like
time for you to.
a bunch. It's really pretty looking.
Yeah, maybe you can actually talk to like one of the Saracena priestesses. They also have
Yeah.
priests for the other primordials. If you want to talk to them too. Also, we will talk. Also, though, you should talk to Val because that'll give you an idea of what we're gonna do for the elf gate for the soul for those soul stones.
Love to.
Wait, you can't actually fuse the word drow and cow anyway.
Crow.
Not
Yeah,
like a
no,
crow.
you've got to do it like as a hyphenated,
It
a
has
drow
to be a
cow
hyphen.
or a
Drow.
dracow. Yeah, no, you could totally do drow.
No, because
Drow.
Drow.
Dracow. Yeah, that sounds like Dra.
Dracow would be like a draconic cow,
Yeah, no,
which
that's what
would
Yeah.
happens
also be
when
cool.
when Valia bangs one of your sisters. But yeah, the two of you now with Talanora, 2nd edition, can head down to the Primordial Temple. It was originally just dedicated to Vulcanus, the great god of fire, who in ancient times called what is now Ignafaerus his home, but today has annexes for all 4 of the primordials. You see the huge shark-like form of the Fisher King, ancient god of water, the
Whoa.
overflowing fertility of Sarusina in her new elven
Yeah.
guise. There is the great wind dragon Bellaria, blue of hair and fair of features. And of course, the now very deceased Vulcanus, a titan of a salamander with great big minotaur horns. And indeed, though there are priests for each, one does stand out a little bit differently than the rest, for her skin has a slightly stony hue to it, though it's clearly been expertly painted to appear more humanish. It has the features of a cowgirl with golden eyes and golden lips. She will give a smile as Tally comes running on in. Why, if it isn't the littlest wizard, grown not so little, are you, anymore?
No, still smaller than my siblings, but I'm big. I'm the biggest one in our adventuring party, though.
You're
I think.
still smaller than your siblings?
My immediate ones, anyway.
Whoa.
Smaller height-wise,
My
anyway.
my
Oh.
twins.
Welcome back, Talanor, and Amar as well, though I saw you this morning. And Miss B, I think we met during the festival, though you were a little sauced.
I think I vaguely remember. I probably wouldn't, but you're like super pretty, so it's easier to remember.
Oh, thank you.
We wanted to say hi and give B a chance to get an actual look at this place, and also to say see you because well, we found some other spirits in need, and we're gonna see about getting some bodies made.
Oh, yeah, Nora said you'd done that kind of thing.
Yes, I was
Well, she is
trapped
one.
here in this temple, this very structure, for, just 1,000 years or so, maybe 1,500. It was a long time. But Tally's mom and her friends came along and rescued me, put me in this nice new body. She will extend a hand and curl her fingers in an entirely human motion. The sensation's a little dull, but really it's hard to tell most of the time that I'm not in my original body.
It's actually made of marble.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly looks super real.
Marble and a fair bit of gold and a couple of fire opals.
Ooh.
And thanks to a little magic, it's even soft to the touch. She will reach out and poke Bee's cheek.
Warm too.
Oh yes, though that's mostly Vulcan's touch still burning within me. My god may have perished, but his power lingers. So who are these spirits you found?
One's a very old elf, an elf priest that we found in a basement.
Super old. Like from who
Before
is
the
her god?
fall.
He's dead.
That's unfortunately doesn't narrow it down entirely these days. I'd assume Talion?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. She's a priest of Italian, and she got trapped in a basement, or I think was she killed in the basement during the fall.
Trapped. She was stuck in a room.
That's a familiar story.
Yeah.
Mhm. And the other one is a really old is a dragon.
Yeah. Not. I don't know. Maybe not quite as old, but still old.
She was alive, in fact, when we found her.
Never
Yeah.
heard of a dragon in a soul stone. That would be interesting.
We convinced her to jump inside when she was dying in.
Yeah. It was because also she had a sister who was a vampire who also we got in the soul stone, but that was more of a
Just a regular
like
one, though.
monstery type situation.
So you're telling me she was a dragon vampire? Didn't know that was possible.
I don't know if she was also a vampire or if they were like half sisters.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. And that would
Yeah, she was
certainly...
the lady of the lake for the Valley of the Wolves.
Valerian
To the
winks. Wait, the
it's
Lady
an
of the Lake?
yeah.
Yeah,
She's dead? Oh dear.
Now
yeah.
she is.
Well, that's heartbreaking.
Her daughter and or her descendant is still alive though.
Yeah, she's down in
She
Sakani, I think.
yeah, she came to visit with us, I think, didn't she?
I think she's still
Out
at
of
the.
character?
She
Yeah,
did come
she's
with
with
us.
you
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
she's down at the longhouse here.
She came with.
Oh, I'm glad she had someone to pass the title on to. I confess that's very saddening. Back in my day, I had a little doll of the Lady of the Lake. It was a demigoddess of chivalry, an idol for knights all over the world. Honestly, I didn't think she was still around to begin with, though hearing that she's passed is saddening. Well, I'd certainly love to meet her if it ever comes to pass that you can revive her spirit in an appropriate body.
Nora
Hmm.
was Nora was planning to develop a spell so that we could talk to her while she's still in the Soulstone. We weren't sure if she would want to come back since she agreed to go into this Soulstone in the first place so she could be with her sister who is also in a Soulstone.
Hmm.
It was kind of a rush. It was kind of a.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of
Spur
time
of
to
the
explain
moment
things.
decision because otherwise she would have just uh she wanted to die. It's a little bit of a long story, but she had a evil parasite that we temporarily stopped, and she wanted to pass while she was still in control of herself.
I can understand that. I've treated patients in much the same circumstance. Well, less evil parasites, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I could point you to an easy solution for a body for her, but I understand this vessel cost a shot quite a bit. And a
I don't know the details of
dragon
it
would
exactly.
be... it's complicated and a lot of magic and finding reagents and craftsmanship and yada yada yada.
I see.
One of those things that I wasn't really around for, just got to benefit from.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Still, you know, there was one thing, now that I think about it. There used to be a... what would you even call it in your tongue? A garden of statues? Off near... oh, what is it now? They've renamed that town so many times. Not Sakani, the one on the other side. Adrene, that's it. Kind of near...
Oh,
between Adrene and Variat. Long, long ago. And I remember visiting it once. They had a life-size statue of an ancient dragon. Some mad artist's lifetime project of love. I can't imagine it's still around, but that would supply most of the marble you'd need.
could be worth looking into. If she wants it, or even if she doesn't, it could be worth looking into for marble for the priestess.
Well, just to sell, it's probably worth a lot nowadays, I suppose. I visited that museum in Avara recently. You know how many statues they have that are just the heads or like half the arms?
Oh yeah,
It's very sad
we
to
know
see
the
art I remember as a child in pieces.
owner.
Hmm.
He's a nice guy.
Well, then, if you know the owner and he's willing to pay for after images of art, I'm sure if you don't need the marble, he'd be willing to pay handsomely for an ancient dragon statue the size of a building, if you could figure out how to
Yeah.
transport it.
Oh, I'm sure we can. We're pretty industrious.
Talanora, do you know how to cast teleportation circle yet? That would probably help.
Oh, no.
We know a couple circle doilies, though, right?
Well, there's one here in town, of course. You just need to bring someone with you who can cast a spell and figure out how to just tip the statue into it, I suppose. Actually, it might be too big even for that, but it waves a hand. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, just a thought. If she wants the body at all, or if you want to make money.
Yeah. Either way.
Well, thanks for the visit. We're going to go and I think get everyone situated. I don't know. Ina went off to the library with Sammy. Xana's is crying her eyes out. Aska went clothes shopping.
In fact, this is probably about when Ask and Roz are getting back to you guys. Now wearing some very nice underthings that nobody else can enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But everything
Oh,
is
Aska,
extra perky.
Oh, good. Hi, Tally.
did you have a good time? Did you find everything you needed?
Yes. Very pleasant having things actually in my size for once.
Oh,
You've got
excellent. I
no
knew they would
idea.
be able to help you.
Roz just bounces herself in her hands. These things feel like you're wearing nothing at all. I'm extremely into it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I can appreciate the
Oh,
style. She's actually in
uh,
probably the Mendothan stuff here.
I'll have to check
out
it
of
out before we
character.
leave.
Out of character. Right, we have a literal sack of bridal silk.
Oh
We
yeah.
do, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I figured since there's a primordial temple here, we'd get the cup checked out since I couldn't read it, and well, if anyone's gonna know primordial, probably the people that
Oh
are at the
yeah,
primordial temple.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that thing. Oh yeah, you could totally. They would definitely be able to read that here.
The priestess they were talking to finger waves at you. Greetings, I'm Valeria, priestess
Hi,
of
nice to
Vulcanus.
meet you.
What are these translations you wanted?
Right, we picked up a cup in our adventures. I tried to decipher it a bit, given my magic's nature, but couldn't quite make it, so... And she'll produce, like, the onyx cup with the primordial writings.
That's interesting. Give it here, let me see what I can do. She will set it out and go fish out a spell book. Make yourselves comfortable, it'll take about 10 minutes or so.
Alright. In that case... Tally, who's the new friend you got here? Or old friend? Suppose old friend would be better.
Oh, this is Amara. She's my bestie and one of my half sisters.
And nice to meet you then, Amara.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too.
Seen a bunch of signs up as well. Looks like there's a bunch of odd jobs about.
Jobs?
Mm-hmm. There's a posting for, well, a wanted posting for a bandit. I don't know where at, but it pays quite a bit, 1,000 SP.
Oh, bandits.
Nice.
That's a pretty. That's a pretty large bounty.
Mm-hmm. For a salamander named Piagina. Piagina. I'm
Oh,
not sure how to
that's the
pronounce it.
same one who we from back when we were at the Rose Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Who that guy was working with.
Oh,
And the Smith family wants meteorite iron. Uh, well, given all the meteors that have fallen around, well, probably isn't the hardest to find it, but you know,
I thought the last meteor we found didn't have any iron; it just had a monster in it.
yeah, yeah, I
I
did.
don't think they want the monster.
I don't
Yeah.
think they want that. No. How did how'd Zana look? I know she's been in a rough time recently.
She was holding it together. I think she's happy to have her mom available.
That's good.
Yeah. When we were leaving, she looked like she was like just about to start
Yeah,
sobbing.
she was about ready to not be holding it together.
Mm. I'm glad you're able to get in touch with Frida when you did.
I'm glad she got here so fast. I probably used a teleportation. Got a teleportation.
And if she didn't use it, then she probably has someone that would just gladly use a favor to help her out.
Yeah.
It looks like our priestess friend has a breakthrough there, though.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, great, Roll20. This is fucking amazing.
What'd it do now?
Yeah, what
Well,
happened?
I went to, like, turn off dark mode in the cogwheel for personalized display settings.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That was your
okay,
first
I turn
mistake.
it off. Yeah. And then, like, that that turned it off, but it didn't turn it off for the setting for the viewer, like the main screen there with all the characters. So I turned that off, which turns on the other one.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
So
There's
it's like,
two different dark mode settings?
yeah, no, it has two different dark modes button that work independently of each other.
I've only ever seen like the one what? Hold on.
Yeah, I don't have the new fucking visual shit with the whole cone things because they kept getting stuck, and the fucking expander shit on the left was pissing me off.
Yeah, but like even then, like I've only ever seen like the one dark mode button.
Well, let me get Gyasu going here. Okay, this should be going.
What's going?
No, it was uploading the image to Gyasu.
Ah.
See, here, look. Look on the left, there's the
Oh.
dark mode button off. And look on the
Yeah.
fucking right. They
Oh,
work
okay.
independent.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Amazing.
It's like,
Like the fucking switches in my living room.
yeah, you turn one off, it'd be like, and then you turn the other one, and then you have to wait. Then you hit on that, and the light goes off, and be like, wait, what?
Exactly.
That's so fucking annoying. Competent programming people.
Don't work at Roll20. But
There's not much of a singer when it's been fucking true for the past, like, what, 10 fucking years?
yeah. Yeah. It really has been like 10 years since we started using this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, there's no better option.
Yeah, still not.
Well, here's the thing. There's no better options available that allows you to transfer all your fucking work from one to the other.
Yeah.
And even
there's
then,
no better
Foundry still
options.
has a lot of issues that make it not great. But anyway, finished deciphering the runes here. So, after a few minutes of scribbling on a bit of parchment, Valeria will come back and return the chalice unto you and say, "This appears to be of dwarven craft, interestingly enough. The runes here say, 'May life ever flow from Ursanid's breast and grace our lips.'
Huh.
Don't suppose you know who that might be?"
Let's see here. I guess I could make a religion check.
Yeah, religion or nature, either one will work for me.
Oh, okay. I'll do nature then. 22.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you are familiar with the name Ursanid, although only dimly, as you weren't trained in druid craft around here, but you were familiar enough to know that it was a powerful ursine spirit of nature that was said to live in the borderlands between these mountains and the great Fey forest, and long ago it was worshipped by the Nevrakian dwarves, the dwarven ethnic group that still to this day inhabits the mountains.
That is a very interesting find.
Hmm.
I'm sure the city there would appreciate it going back to it eventually.
Yeah, you said we wanted to visit at some point.
If this is A historical artifact of the dwarves. You're in luck. The city here is connected to their largest stronghold in the region. Just take a stroll through the tunnel.
That was our plan.
Yeah.
Well, then I wish you all the best in seeing this back whence it came. And who knows, perhaps someday you'll get to meet that Ursanid.
Maybe. Thank you for your time and your help.
My pleasure. She will give you a smile and turn to leave, and as she does so, her little stone cowtail will surreptitiously tap the little offering bowl near the door. She
Yeah.
walks back to her duties.
I'll put a gold piece in there.
Nice.
You wanted us to visit the keep, right, Tally? Meet your folks and all that? Oh, more of your folks?
Yeah, well, I mean, that is where you guys are gonna probably that is where you guys are gonna stay.
Yep. Seems as good a time as any then.
So yeah, the party can make their way on over to the great big keep. And it is indeed of equal size to the great primordial temple now, a fortified castle in the Minothan style. Great big walls and beautiful marble pillars combined. And there are even more elves in here. And several of them are gravidly pregnant, specifically two of the ones who come out to meet you.
Whoa.
A tall and lithe girl with a veil on who is so tremendously gravid you are sure she must be using Tensor's disc to just hold her belly up while she walks.
Oh my gosh,
Is that the
Mom!
one you were talking about?
That's my mom.
Yay!
I'm amazed she's she's mobile. I thought she'd be better at Ken.
Your mom will smile and come up and very daintily lean in sideways to give you a hug.
Talanora will give Tassie a hug very carefully. Oh, Mom. I'm so good to see you.
I'm glad you're back too, and yes, I knew what to expect this time, so I've been working out a little bit before this happened.
Oh,
He
that's good.
puts a hand on her titanic tummy.
Oh.
Wow.
And this time I have a whole different type of emotional support. She will gesture to your twin sister, who is also, noticeably pregnant.
Faster!
And yes, for those of you who haven't met her, she is taller, a little bit bustier than Talanora, but Talanora's sure showed her who's boss in the hips and ass department now.
Yeah.
You weren't kidding.
She is the sort of elf you could just fall into and lose yourself. And when she comes in and gives Talanora a hug, the sheer level of boob squish causes Kieran to get a nosebleed, even though he's not even in town at the moment. Tally, it's been entirely too long. Where have you been?
Adventuring!
Adventuring, and you didn't even stop by or write to me instead of just Mom. We've been worried sick.
Oh, we've been kind of busy. We got stuck in a place for a while.
Well, that is entirely no excuse, and you owe me all of your stories as recompense.
Well, it was near the Fey Forest. It was right up in the Fey Forest area, so I couldn't do any sendings until we
No
got out.
excuses. Zero excuses. Unacceptable. Your stories are mine.
Not fair! I mean, I'll be happy to do these stories.
Good.
We got lots of stories.
She will give you a smile and another hug. I'm just glad to see you're home safe. Now, introduce me to all of your new friends. Except you. She will point at B and give your little snoot a boop. I remember you from Saracina's day. One of the very few things I remember. I think I spent about
I
10 minutes petting your ears.
I don't remember that. I must have been more out of it than when I went to the temple, but that sounds really fun.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, Saracina has admitted to having spiked the wine. Everyone's a
Oh, that
little
makes sense.
dazed on what happened.
Oh, she's such a rascal.
Yes, a rascal who... Devasta just clenches her fists a moment and then puts a hand on her, like, very slightly swollen tummy. I am very irate about a lot of things from that night, but we'll live, I suppose.
Oh,
You don't remember who at all? You don't remember who it could possibly be from?
No, I don't. It's the most infuriating thing.
Oh,
I vaguely remember kissing a boy at some point and then total blackout, woke up alone the next morning. And yeah. Oops.
This seems very irresponsible of that lady to do.
Yes,
Saracina?
responsibility and Lady Saracina don't go hand in hand. She really does just care about making people bone and get pregnant. And the who and why and anything else is very secondary.
well, still, I'm sure they'll get lots of good care.
Oh yes, I'm happy to say that my children and moms will be growing up side by side. Oh, things right. Well,
Oh, that.
Huh.
This is, let's see, introductions. This is Aska over here. This is Aska and Roz. There are some other friends here, but they're either crying or finding or studying, visiting the school, or no, I think that's everything. I think that's all of them. That's the others.
yes, your friend Inah came by just a bit earlier with her little girlfriend to say hello. I can't believe that little rascal Sammy finally found her soulmate. Can you believe it?
I know, right? And after Ina went on and on about how she loves dragons so much, and she's just so into dragons, she fell for a cat, a kitty cat.
The self-proclaimed Dracophile that she was.
I mean, she still kind of is, but also cat.
Well, to be fair, it seems that people around here often don't meet the partners they expect. Have you seen Karen's new girlfriend?
Yes, we have.
Funny story.
Oh?
Eh, It's Ina's mom.
Yeah.
What? You're
She's
Yeah,
his
kidding.
mother.
no,
No.
it's Ina's mom.
Gods, how old must that lady be? 50
Very.
or 60?
A little bit.
Funny story about
Also
that.
funny
You
story.
should add two.
You
You should
should,
add a couple
A
zeros on
couple
that.
zeros.
about
What?
2 more onto there.
What? No way.
She is definitely over 1,000 years old.
Kieran's dating a girl who's
Maybe
older
not
than
2
some of the
zeros
gods.
into
You're
50.
joking.
We are not.
No, not
Well,
joking.
that's a little easier nowadays, isn't it?
He's
Well,
old. He's dating someone who's about as old as Valeria is.
Oh, God. Vasanora just covers her mouth and her hands just laughing. Cassie will also giggle and say, I'm honestly more surprised it's just a girl with that figure. I had Kieran pegged for someone who would only go for, Cassie will wave her hands in indicative shapes of, like, Vasanora and Tally.
The local figure?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He is not nearly as subtle as he thinks he is about staring at things.
No, he's not.
Well,
And he still steals panties.
what do you mean still? When did he ever start doing that?
I don't know.
Vasanor
I
suddenly
think it
looks
was-
very angry.
I think it was when he met Inah, actually. Was it when
Bad
he met
influence,
Inah?
really.
I don't know about that.
They
Oh.
have like a competition going on where they have to try and stop each other from stealing each other's underwear.
That is the
Very
most perverse thing I've ever heard in my life.
They're incorrigible.
Perverts. What if you can stick a mousetrap inside panties?
Don't think it'd be very comfortable.
Well, the comfort's not the point. It's snapping off one of the little bastard's fingers. Well, anyway, come in. Let's get you all settled down. I think we conveniently got some baby rooms set aside that can act as guest rooms for a few more months.
Oh, that's good. Well, I don't think we'll be here for that long, so that should be fine.
Yes, how long are you planning on staying?
I think it's
At
like
least a month.
a month, I think, yeah.
Only
Roughly a
one?
month, I believe.
Cassie pouts. Well, that'll only be a couple months till winter. You might as well just spend winter here.
I'm afraid there's still many things left for us to do in the world. And can't just
Yeah,
settle down.
We do have something to check out the up towards where the dwarfs live. Well, maybe if that takes us long enough, then we can weather the winter on the way back.
Well, it's certainly a nice place to. It'd be a nice place to spend the winter. It's very warm in here. Very warm here. You don't have to worry about
Yeah,
the
it
snow at
is.
all.
Well, of course, you're always
Although,
welcome. Just, if you're not planning on staying right now, let us know a bit in advance if you want to winter here, because, she will pat herself in Vasta's tummies.
Yeah.
The population is growing.
yeah. So how's mom doing? How's the shot doing? She's
She's
not here though. She's up in
fine.
Trigolith,
Yeah,
I think.
she's up in Pergolith with her little canal project. But she sent word just a couple days ago. She was at Cass's place when Tammy came back. Thank you for finding her and bringing her back. Poor Cass was worried sick. But now she's not
Hopefully she'll
here.
be back
Cass
soon.
is here, so he's going to cause all sorts of mischief.
Oh yeah.
Mom! Tassie will giggle. Yes, your
Well,
mother's fine.
okay, that's good. I'm sure she'll be back before the winter comes in.
Oh, definitely.
Can't really do it. Can't really do any canal digging when they're in the winter. That's just not gonna work.
Yeah, once the first snow falls, she'll be popping back here. And I guess Cass is probably actually gonna just stay here for the whole winter since, well, the usual events are only a few months away.
Oh yes, that's right. Oh yeah. Winter night is very special.
Well, in the meantime, get as much quality time in with your pops as you can. Or he gets whisked away for a month.
I might. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here or if I'm going to go across the bay for winter.
That's right! You need to tell me all about this new girlfriend of yours.
Uh. Well, Marissa's nice. She has a monastery up on a hill.
She's a priestess?
Yeah.
Which god?
Kinda.
She's actually a Wovar priestess lady. She's a
Like a
great
paladin.
paladin. A great big manticore.
Tassie will
Paladin.
squeal and clap her hands. Oh, that's wonderful to hear. I am so happy for you. And a manticore, too.
It's been a while. Actually, how long has it been? It's been like, God, actually, we were in that valley for so many out of
Like a
game months.
week.
How long has
It
it
was like
actually
3
been?
days in the valley.
The whole valley adventure took place over like 9 days, including travel.
Yeah, it was like a week.
And was that like the first? Like, what? How long has it been since we've been to Gunwell? Like, how long
So
has
it
it
would have
actually
been
been?
about
It's
11
It's been about a
2 weeks.
days,
month-ish.
maybe.
Because you
Oh,
also spent a
okay.
week
Oh, yeah,
in
'cause the trip
Raymond
time.
and the trip,
Right.
because that's,
Yep.
international travel there.
Oh, yeah, so about a
Okay.
month.
Right.
Okay.
So,
It's been about a month since I've seen her last.
Well, I can tell she's been thinking about you because just a couple days ago, a merchant caravan came and brought this. Tassie will reach into a drawer and pull out a little box, which is addressed to you, Talanora.
Yes.
Is it a
Aw.
wedding ring?
Oh, it's far too early for that. There's no
Okay.
way. There's no way.
Out of character is the severed tail part and a note that says "Pay your debt."
Pay your debt. Okay, I'll take a look at this box. I'm gonna open this box.
All right.
What's in the box?
Inside
your
the
dad.
box
Out of character.
is
It's
a
goblin.
book.
Oh, she knows just what I want. Oh, so nice of her.
And you are also reminded that Merce is fucking illiterate, but the front inside cover of the book, there is a big meaty paw print in red ink. And the book itself seems to be a newly printed edition of a classic collection of fairy tales.
Ooh.
Hot off those new Avaran printing presses. None of the stories are probably entirely new to you, Tally, since you consume these things religiously. But
Yes.
it is actually a new collection, a different edition than any you've seen before. In fact, when you thumb through it, it has a print mark from just July of this year.
Oh, this is so nice. Oh, that was so nice of her.
Tassie
Oh,
does a
look,
big grin.
look. There's her. She signed. She even signed it with her hand, with her paw print. Look how big her paws are so big.
The paw print, like the very tips of her paws are just going off the page. Vasa will measure the paw print with 2 fingers and just put it up next to Tally's face. They're a little bit bigger. She will whistle.
She's very big. She learns to be a mom, actually.
Tassie makes a very understanding nod.
Really big.
Huge women do give the best hugs, it's true. And that's as far as you've gone before marriage, right?
Oh wow, I've never seen this story before. Oh, oh, this is gonna be great.
Vasador just starts laughing uncontrollably. So yeah, your siblings will escort you all upstairs to some empty guest rooms where you can lay down your bags and By the time you arrive here, it is pretty late in the evening, so you'll be invited down for a grand dinner with the Ignafaerus family. You can meet Rakus, the heir apparent to the keep, Hashat's firstborn. Solvi, the eldest of the Salamander daughters, although there are 3
Oh.
more on the way, and poor Hella is almost as gravid as Tassie.
Yeah.
Wait. I have a question for that statement.
Yes.
Hashat's firstborn.
Yes.
Mhm.
She does, in fact, have
Remember-
a kid who was born before all of the others, and we did track who it is. It's this dude.
Okay, I'm just because when she was not having butt bees and all that stuff, it was she was pregnant and then had all the kids ejected by Cersina.
No,
Yeah,
she.
these ones.
Yeah, so there was no, those are the cow elves. The cow cats are and the Cass family. So Hashat was pregnant with Cass's kids. Hashat's elf harem was pregnant with all these, and then their successors. There are now, what is it, fucking 36 of them? 38.
38 of them there.
Yeah,
by the
soon
numbers
to
you
be
put.
41. But before any of that, Rukia and Iska got pregnant by Hashat first. And yeah.
During the early days of the adventures.
Setting aside the butt
Wow.
bees, Rakus here was born first, and then Rosfa like a week later.
Okay, so just making sure, like, when you say firstborn, it's like,
Yeah, the firstborn child that
Rob-
she actually sired on someone else. We don't count the bees because they're just kind of doing their own bee thing. They do not want to rule a giant palace, and they're good.
yeah, okay. So I was discounting the butt bees. So yeah, I was thinking like, which kid out of all the fucking like, oh, I know exactly which kid got ejected first. How the fuck do you know that? You popped like 16 out at the same fucking time.
The more real question is, how big is the table they have for like the family dinner?
So it's not a table.
There are several tables, no doubt.
Yeah, there's like one big table for like Hashat and her head wife and like her firstborn couple, and there's like other tables for the elf wives, other tables for the cat wives and Hala, and then several tables for all
Yeah.
the kids going by age groups.
So yeah, they don't have like a long table. They have an American football field. worth of-
Unironically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's the best fucking visual I can give.
Yep.
Well,
And
I
then
mean,
of
she
course
has
the
like an entire
Hornetlings are
football team of
somewhere
kids.
doing their own thing.
But they're in the fucking stadium seats. What the fuck do you think?
Yeah, they're up in the rafters. Because yeah, you have to
Listen,
seat
you got the
let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 80 something kids ish.
yeah, an entire football team plus the cheerleading squad.
And yet Saracena will still say those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, no,
They are to
Saracena
her.
is clearly saying there was a rookie number since she duped your sister into getting pregnant.
Their rookie numbers compared to Saracena, who made the Taeleer.
Yeah, you all count, and all of your kids count too.
Oh man. I will say this, it's sad and funny that I didn't get to do Ursula as well, because Ursula, outside of Bera Room, there is the iconic Beating Stone.
The what?
The Beating Stone.
The beating stone?
Yes.
Does she just
It's
a
that thing-
stone that she punches?
No. It's
The
a
stone
big...
on the brick on a rope?
No, Kinathis, calm down. I know it's a very, very hard, massive rock that is super hard and super hard to destroy. brought up from the depths of the fucking earth, placed there, that if a patron in the bar isn't behaving in a nice family established patron for everyone's enjoyment, she has the strength and she has the capability to grab them, carry them out, and use them as a stick to beat on the rock until manners are learned. So she just takes them out and uses them as an object because she has the ability to use them as improvised weapons. And she beats the rock with them until they learn to behave properly in a friendly and courteous manners. Over the decades, over the years, you've probably seen that happens a couple of times. But you probably have been taking the opportunity always use that moment, because she makes sure that to save their face, the person who got the beating will apologize to the entire tavern and offer to pay for a drink for the adults and a treat for the kids, which they don't have to pay. They will just say it to save face and be better respond to them. Ursula would fix that herself. So all the kids in there, they get their own, like maybe an ice cream or like a treat or anything dessert like that, and the adults get a free drink on the place. But yes, the beating stone.
See, when you first said that, I
Huh.
thought you said the beating stove. I was very excited to learn how that worked, but this is also good too.
See, when I heard beating stone, I thought for paddling.
I mean, it is a type of paddling, just in reverse.
You are the paddle
Yeah, you are the paddle, and you're going to be used to spank the stone until you or it break.
until until the paddle behaves.
You got to get the kinks out of it. So,
But what if it just does harder? Then does that not work for it?
yeah, what if you get another bear barbarian and he just says harder? I think if that happens, Ursula just
Well,
found her husband. No, kidding. Unless.
while funny, I'm not gonna lie. Is that the best you got? Hit me harder, woman. The rock isn't even cracking. Come on, hit me harder. It's like, haha. It just stops her. What you doing later?
Like the words of a dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Somewhere out there, there's a dwarf bear barbarian who just got a side quest pop up on his little log.
Wait, on his log?
Mm-hmm. I know what I said, woman. So,
Log pop up.
I know what I said. So, the party can enjoy a meal with the Ignaskalas and settle on in for a much needed break here in Ignafaerus. I believe the plan was to take like a month of downtime here, if not
Yeah.
more.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, let's go around the table. I know everyone's going to spend some time leveling up, and there's a little bit of training to do. Inah is going to be hanging out with the Rangers in the Deaf School, training herself up, as is Sammy. Kina, what are you doing for a month?
The first order of business is to research that spell before I even bother leveling up. I'm researching that spell so I can ask
Oh yeah.
the
So we can talk
stones what.
to Avira.
Yeah. Okay, so let's work through some spell research.
Sure.
Get ye
Oh, yeah.
old arcane artifice open here. Or downtime, rather. So, researching a spell. So, what level do you think a Talk to a Soulstone spell should be? What are you aiming for?
I would say it's probably a 3rd level spell, at
Okay.
least.
So, 3rd level, I think, let's see. So, this is nowhere near as utilitarian as, say, Sending is. So, maybe you can just have a 10-minute conversation with a Soulstone when you cast this.
Sure. Casting time. 1 minute, I guess.
Probably just one action.
Duration.
So
2 minutes.
it's essentially
seems like
speak
a-
with dead rock.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. It sounds like just
You know
speak
what?
to dead
Actually, yeah.
Soulstones.
Let's see. Speak
It's a
with.
yeah,
very
what is Speak with
specific
Dead?
spell.
It's a very specific version of Speak with Dead.
Yeah, that's why you get like
Let's see.
the couple minutes of questions rather than just like 5.
Yeah, and that's you
Speak with
don't
Dead is
reanimate.
one action.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It also doesn't need to energy to reanimate a corpse or anything. It's just creating an active live feed.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
just reanimating a consciousness. That's way
Speak-
easier, frankly, right? No.
Speak with Dead with more limited target choice, but less limited question
Yeah, pretty
choice.
much. And yeah, I think this would probably be a. Well, this isn't. No, yeah, it's probably a necromancy spell. Let's be honest.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's-
Well, yeah, okay,
it-
fair.
It's that or
I was
divination.
gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say divination, but you know what? That's fair. Necromancy is very like, yeah, okay. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 100%
yeah.
just talking with a dead person.
It's not like necromancy is actually like a bad school for like wizardry magic anyway.
Yeah, no, it's there is no prohibition on the necromancy school of magic, only with reanimating the dead. That will get you executed. Something like this, totally fine, because it's new and nobody has any laws about it yet.
Would
So
this
that's
spell
9
work
days.
on like your regular soulstone or just a whole like there's
Just
an entire
a sentient soulstone, I would
there's
think.
an entire person in this.
Yeah. Because a normal soulstone doesn't have like any animus to it at all. It's just like a little echo of power.
Yeah, in this case, it's like, oh, you got the arm of somebody. Well, okay, that's cool. Here, you got the torso, head, upper body, like that. You got an actual person to do something with.
So, with that said, so this will be a 9-day research project for you and cost 300 SP, although your crafting time is halved since you're in Ignafaerus, so it's really only 4.5 days-ish.
Oh,
This
I'm
will
glad I
round up to
got
5.
that gold bar from Cassidy.
Yep, so it'll take 30 GP off your chunk.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the most important part of any spell creation, what are you gonna name the spell?
Speak with soul.
No, you can't just
Tally's
rip off
terrific
Speak with...
talking.
There you go. You got to put your name in it. I mean, obviously.
Tally's talking time.
No, it's just Tally's terrific talking.
That's too general.
That doesn't tell
Yeah.
you anything.
Doesn't tell you anything
it,
about the
though.
spell.
Talanora's soul speaking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
that'll
on that track. Soul speech.
Yep, Talanora's soul speech, that works too.
Yeah.
Would this be a ritual? Probably could make this a ritual spell.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there's no
Speak
real
with
rush
Dead
to it.
normally isn't, although it is in BG3.
Yeah,
Speak
but
with
like
dead.
But like I
is
said before,
not-
it requires you to reanimate and bring consciousness to a
Speak with
dead
animals
body.
is. Speak with
Yeah.
plants is not. So the third, okay, so speak with dead and speak with plants are not, but speak
And
with
those are
animals
the
is.
third level
Those
ones.
those
So
ones are both third level spells. So maybe this one will not be.
yeah,
Going with the
let's
way
make
the
it
other ones
not.
are.
That way you can't also just like spam it to infinitely talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Well, if she was a higher level magician, she could just change the tag on it. Was that sorcerers or wizards?
What?
Wasn't it wizards in
Wizard,
16?
yeah, the new wizard.
Oh yeah, the new wizard create your own spell. Who gives a shit? That's go away.
How's that look?
We'll see if that survives the
Uh,
next
let's see.
thingamajig, because apparently it was disliked.
Yeah, as well it
I
should
mean, I
be.
didn't dislike it, but it was kind of like broken. Like, imagine this, right? So you can use that modified
you
spell
can-
thing.
You
on,
can
like,
use the
cantrip.
modified spell thing to give cantrips 3,000 feet of range.
Yeah.
Which is fun times.
You can do thunderclap for like 3,000 feet, and it only hits
Yep.
like your enemies. It's kind of stupid.
And then you can modify that spell to make it 6,000 feet ad infinitum.
Or you can make it permanent.
No,
so your
you
cantrip
no
doesn't...
no. That's not how that works. The
Yes,
chosen
it is.
alteration lasts until you cast modify spell again, or you finish a long rest.
Unless
and
you
then
use
there's
the
a
like
5th level
create
spell called
spell
create
ability
spell.
that
Oh.
makes it permanent.
Yeah,
Oh, unless you use which one's create spell? Where's
It's
That's
the
the
5th level one.
sixth
Oh,
level
that's the-
one or something.
Oh, that's the
The
higher
fifth
level
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 4th
Oh,
for modify and then 5th for like create, I think.
right. So you just baby step it into being a hilariously
God
broken spell.
Yep.
All I can say is that sending and what is it? What was the tower maker that made the
Galder's Tower?
instant tower?
Galder's
Golden
Tower.
Tower.
Yeah, a Galder Speedy Courier.
Yeah,
Speedy
boy.
Curve.
Yeah, you can just break that shit. It's like, oh, can you make this? Yes. Improve it.
Yeah, it's almost like making spells should require DM oversight, and not just be a universal mechanic.
Yeah. Though it's hilarious the kind of shit you can make, though.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
It's
funny as
very
fuck,
funny.
but yeah.
Thunderclap for 5,000 feet. That's hilarious. I love it.
Was
But
that
it's not
Green
good.
Green Flame Blade? How many targets? Yes. Yes, indeed. It doesn't need to be within 5 feet. It needs to be within, I don't know.
Actually,
The next
works with
evil
Green Flame
fucker.
Blade.
It does
I think Green Flame Blade like specifically says like adjacent.
Yeah, the distance for Green Flame Blade is in the use text, not the range.
Yeah, and
It
it was
is.
self as well, so doesn't work. That's the sad part about it.
Yep.
But you could change like the damage type of it if you wanted to.
Why can't I have a
Yeah.
radiant green flame blade on the cleric spell list? Meh.
Why would you need it on the cleric? You would need it on the paladin.
You do have it now. We made it, remember?
Oh, right. Wait, Green Flame Blade on the paladin?
Well, not Green Flame Blade,
light.
but like Brilliant
Booming.
Blade.
Yeah, brilliant blade. But yeah,
Which isn't actually on the cleric list now that I look at it.
the cleric / divine and primal lists IMO should also have at least one blade cantrip. Make warrior,
Yeah.
priest, and stuff a little a little bit more viable.
Yeah, you have
Everybody
like
should have
primal blade
blades.
that does like acid things or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway,
I mean, yeah.
all right. So Tally gets her spell created. Before we hit up, well, no, you want to do that first. Let's go ahead and have you interact with Miranda.
Eh,
Get your spell cast going on.
Sure.
So where do you want to perform this soul speech, and who do you want to have around?
Well, I would definitely want like party around, because they were there with the. So I would want like Inah and B and Aska
eh.
and Zana too. Yeah, the whole gang.
Presumably by this point, Frida's probably gone home.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. We'll see. I think Aska wanted to try and get some training directly from her.
No, I said no.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah, you said no. So, yeah, so,
Because, like, I don't want to take time away from Frida and her mom. Or Zaina and her mom. Sorry, I get the goats mixed up sometimes.
I mean, to be fair, they are, like, the family resemblance is striking. And look at these
Yeah.
two. They're so cute.
I didn't mind.
Yeah.
Aska doesn't have it in her heart to, like, try and, like, take up any time between those two. And Zaina looked like she needed a bunch of time with her mom.
Yeah. So, gather up, ye old party. Braz will presumably plot along with Aska. So, what does casting this spell look like?
Um. Ooh. Yeah. Actually, hang on a second. I'm gonna add a material component to this spell because it makes. I think that's good. Well, Tally's gonna put the soul stone in like a little holder, like a little, almost like a not like a not like a display, but kind of like a small, almost like a little cup to hold it. With on a little silk cushion. Um, uh, and she's gonna start chanting and drawing her magic around this thing. The whole little holder is going to light up, and slowly a little bead of light will appear in the soul stone and grow a little lighter and a little brighter until you finally get the sensation of almost like something is like coming out of a deep sleep. So,
Yeah.
presence becomes more aware of you and your surrounding.
Yeah. And when that presence finally reawakens, you feel that heavy, ancient intelligence coiling in your mind, and then hear the Lady of the Lake's voice, somewhat pained and as if through grit teeth, say, "What are you waiting for? Do it, pussy!" Wait, where am I? What's going on?
It worked.
Ah, hello there.
Oh, you actually did it.
Yeah.
Almost. You are a soul stone.
Am I?
You are.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't anything now that you mention it.
Yes, you are a soulstone. I had to devise a whole new spell just to talk to you.
You.
Yeah.
The soulstone, like, there's a tiny hint of a wibble wobble on it as the intelligence inside stirs. This is disconcerting. I don't like this at all.
Well, it should be this moment is only temporary. You will go once the spell ends, you will go back to sleep. We desperately needed to speak with you though, as our conversation before was done under very stressful circumstances, and we didn't have time to actually have a conversation about what we are going about the whole thing.
About what?
About where you are going to go.
If you wanted to, like, if you, we didn't have time to ask if it were possible to find a body for you if you'd want to come back.
Alright, first of all, more importantly, the valley, what happened? Is that cultist freak dead?
Oh
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
they are all
And
very
the,
dead.
Oh, good. My thanks, then, adventurers.
And we killed
the big parasite was affecting what must have been one of your ancestors, and that's also dead now, too.
Vile thing.
there should not all traces of the infection should be gone.
Well,
Unf
except for one guy, but we'll get him
One
too.
guy? Oh, right, that Krauser fellow, that guy
Yeah.
who could do the super jumping. You don't know where he is yet.
He wasn't the main body, though.
No.
Unsettling
Your
that
Yeah,
any of it escaped, but if the host of the plague is dead, then so too is the hive mind. And that is good enough for me.
your little priestess is alive and well, and she came with us.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
and
yes,
the one
good. That
her
is
and
good.
her and a
Mr.
fellow named
Lewis is still
Lewis.
alive, too.
I have
They are the only
no
ones that
idea who
came.
that is.
Oh, they are the only survivors of the valley.
his grandfather was the hooch maker by the
Oh,
lake.
him! Yes, I remember him. I got absolutely thrashed on his hooch. On the regular. He dumped it into the lake. Not as an offering or anything, he was just too lazy to get rid of it.
Oh.
You feel a faint aura of just, like, nostalgia emanating from the Soulstone. I do miss him. Anyway, yes, you said Grania and this Lewis fellow are alive and unharmed? Uninfected, I
Mhm.
hope?
Yes, they are fine. They are safe and well.
That is a weight off my mind, such as it is.
They are, for the time, staying in a town to the outside of the mountain where we are in a place called Sakani.
Sakani, that's near Vulcanus's old abode, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
Ah,
that
good.
abode is now Ignafaerus. It is a city that my family holds domain over.
Ah, good. Did you ever find out what happened to Vulcanus? I'd always wondered.
He died.
Oh, well, that does seem to be going around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom had to, unfortunately, it was one of her saddest stories. She unfortunately, and something she always regrets, that he had to die. She had to kill him, unfortunately. He had been driven insane by uh, various circumstances.
You swear you could feel the Soulstone just, like, nodding along, like, yeah, I get it. That also seems to be going all around here.
There's still a priests for him though here, so something of him still exists because they still have power. So
Seems a
something must
waste
still
to
be.
worship a dead god, but I suppose we can't hold that against them.
Well,
Probably a waste to worship the values and things they set forth.
well, the priestess who heads that part of the temple was a priestess of his like 1,000 years ago, so or 1,500 years ago. So she's
Eh.
still doing the thing.
Hmm.
Which brings me to the purpose as to why I woke you up.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, sorry, I got
sh-
sidetracked.
This priestess is she is was like you. She was my mother found her soul trapped and got her to jump whole into a soul stone, and she was put into a crown at first. But then after my mother's adventures, she and a friend of hers got together and worked out to put Valeria into into a marble body that they carved in her to her likeness, and it is
I don't think you'll find a marble body of a dragon of my majesty just sitting around somewhere, and I can't imagine how much that would cost to
well,
have made.
Funny
The
story
big
about that.
gods. That's
Yeah,
where you're wrong,
there
kiddo.
might
there
be
might
one.
be one.
Oh, might.
We'll have to go find it. We heard that was a field of statues on the other side of
Yeah.
the area, on the other side of the mountains.
Oh, I know that place. I visited it as a child.
And there's supposed to be a dragon statue there.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was one of the main attractions, but that was a long time ago. I doubt it's still
Yes.
around.
Was.
Well, we're going to see if it is. And if possible, we can try and see about
Yeah.
having that one be
If it
used for you.
was, would you be interested?
Hmm. I mean, I wouldn't say no to being immortal again, but you say this priestess was in a crown for a while before she got
Yes.
plopped into a body?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Tell you what, kid.
I believe the jewel she is in. I believe the jewel was incorporated into her body, into her new
Yes.
form.
I'll tell you what, kiddo. Until such time as you can find an appropriate physical vessel for me, why don't you slot this soulstone into something useful? A sword or suit of armor, whatever you want. And let me go back to smiting enemies in your name this time.
I suppose we could do that. But
Sure.
what if that statue doesn't exist anymore?
Well, then I'll just be a sword or whatever for a while.
Would
Just
you?
stick me in whatever you put Alcina's stone into, and I'll be
Okay.
happy.
Would
Sure.
you? Well, okay. Because we could. It could be that a new statue could be carved, although carving a dragon statue to be like the one the Valeria has, it would be
Yes, that's a
expensive.
monumental cost.
Very. Yes. But a body like Valeria's could be made.
I
Ugh.
can make it a goal.
Unlike
Made
some
of
dragons, I
made
am
of
not the
marble and
sort
gold.
that enjoyed the two-legged form over much. If I'm to be restricted from my true form, I'd rather just wiggle around in a sword and light people on cold fire. And
Okay.
anyway, the soulstone wobbles and goes silent as the spell time runs out.
That's probably not so abrupt, but she probably starts getting really sleepy
We
and
get
then
the
goes
10-second warning.
starts going to sleep again. Oop.
It just peters out like it just gets quiet like she's going down like a you know.
No, you just get
She's
the
going
like,
through a long tunnel.
I was just gonna say it'd be like 30-second warning.
Yeah, no, I mean, the spell just says once it's completed, this gem goes dormant again.
Yep. Just cuts her off mid sentence.
Yeah, she gets a terminal case of the Uncle Augies. You're just talking away and suddenly just
Poop.
passes the fuck out.
Well, I guess that answers that question. That answers all the questions we needed, I suppose.
Yeah,
We
pretty
can
much.
put her in a sword, into a weapon of something.
Or
with
an
her
implement,
sister.
or an armor,
I mean,
or
yeah,
whatever
we did
else.
And
literally put them in a pair of earrings, and we were going to put Alcina's in an earring for Inah.
Seems like she wants to be more martial though, like a weapon or
She-
something.
Did say put me in the same thing as Alcina, though.
Yeah.
I'd love the.
Could always put Alcina
Wait,
into a sword as well.
Do we know the like is the item knowledge from the like soul stones in character knowledge? Like
Yeah, it's
we
something you
know
guys
what
have
they do.
figured out more or less by
Yeah.
just like studying the stones.
I'd love the effect of what she does in a trinket or earring. I think that'd be really cool.
I liked what she fucking does in an implement.
Yeah, implement's pretty good.
Proficiency per day. Use action to heal a creature in a 30-foot range for proficiency D8 and grant 1d6 inspiration.
It's really
But
Combine that.
Alcina doesn't have an implement though.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
she
does.
does.
She has
Yeah.
a trinket slash
Oh,
implement.
it's
Trinket
trinket slash.
It's an ore.
I just saw a trinket.
But also, weapon actually is pretty neat. Is Paladin Smite like on your spell list thing here
Yeah,
for what it
It
does?
is down
is
there.
in the new spells section.
But
There it is.
also like the yeah. The
it's like
Alcina's trinket implement thing though is like god tier for Inah.
How does that work? Does it what do you?
It
Oh,
stops the creatures bleed adjacent to you, and you get 5d6.
Okay,
Proficiency
I
per
see.
day.
Yeah.
So
And
if
Yeah,
Inah would
so-
bleed
Inah
something, then she
Inah
could...
just passively causes bleed with her
Her whip.
with her weapon. Yeah, with her melee weapon.
With the red 9.
Yeah,
And
you could get a
so
pretty gnarly self heal.
yeah,
Yeah.
But on the other hand, a frost brand that casts smite,
That's
or
pretty good.
turns somebody into a motherfucking dragon.
Yeah.
That's true as well.
Dragon.
well, I mean, yeah. So that's what we're gonna. That's the
I will
things we
say
have to
this
think about.
though. There are bards here that can cast Legendor to find out secrets about all the shit you need. As a reminder.
Do you guys have stuff that has secrets on it?
Yeah.
I have the dagger. There's the crown of wolves.
The
There's
dagger, the
serpent
crown,
silver.
the serpent locket.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
multiple
Although,
stuff
like,
that has it.
I don't know if I'd go that far for the circlet, at least until we find the third piece, or it seems like we're not going to find the third piece. Because I have a feeling like it could be
Cass, do
relevant
you
to
seriously
that.
not have legend lore? Oh, right, no, he doesn't have it because Tassie has it. Okay. Yeah, Tally, your mom
Yeah.
literally knows how to cast legend lore.
Oh, right. That is...
You can.
That's a lot of money for legend lore.
400 gold?
No,
I mean,
no,
it's
no.
400 silver, but that's
Or yeah,
still a
400
lot.
silver.
No.
Which is a
Tassie
lot.
does have the like permanent components, but the consumed ones
Or wait,
she would
which-
expect you to provide.
Is it 250 the consumable components, or is
Let's
400
see.
the
Yeah, it's
consumable
250 for the
components?
incense, which is spell consumes, and
Okay.
4 ivory strips, but
Yeah.
those aren't consumed.
She has the ivory strips, but
Okay, nice.
So it's still 25 gold.
More
which is-
affordable.
It's a decent amount still.
if you want to, Tassie is more than happy to spend a spell slot. It's not like she's doing anything.
Do I really want to use it on Lucian's Light?
I mean,
You've told me basically like
yes.
I'm probably never gonna unlock the secret myself, so I probably
With
just
the
should.
way that things are going.
All right.
Yeah, I strongly doubt that it'll ever happen, but it could. I don't know.
All right. Give me that secret. I'll pay the 25 gold.
All right, donate unto the Temple of Tassie. And let's see, Lucian's Light. Nope, magic items. Yeah, the funniest thing about the secret is like the only way you would probably ever trigger it is if you accidentally beamed yourself with your own moonbeam. Because its
Does it
secret
do something? And
is transient
Radiant?
moonlight. When exposed to a source of moonlight magic, the damage type changes to radiant. When
Oh.
exposed to a source of fire or sun magic, which is what you did to it to light it up in the first place, the damage type changes to fire.
Well, that's neat.
So you
So, I
could have
mean, if
easily
we
just
had-
had a radiant dagger to start with,
Oh,
but
moonlight
instead you have a
magic.
fire one.
Well, I don't think I had Moonbeam like anywhere close to when we first got this.
No, but I mean, you had the
Yeah,
spell.
I
You
get
could
you.
have zapped it with Moonbeam instead of Produce Flame.
No, I mean like I think we were still like first level spells when we got this.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you definitely weren't, because you
No.
would use Moonbeam
yeah.
in the Kobold fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
that was found when we were fighting the
Right.
thingamajig, so we were at
Iron
least
Worm.
3rd or 4th level.
No, that's a pretty neat secret.
Yeah. Very handy if you ever expect to go up against anything that's like immune to fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What counts as like moonlight magic? Like I know Moonbeam, but like is there
Moonbeam.
like much else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
Oh,
anything else?
Oh, no. Yes. Getting hit by Talie's fucking sword.
Yep.
That fucking little
Talie's sword
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Lord Winter's sword, which is also a moonlight greatsword.
Okay.
You whip
But
out the
I will-
old ween.
Well,
Nice.
I will, to help out with the cost, because I've not been able to chuck as much money around as possible, I can get the Crown of Wolf secret, because that thing can be very useful.
That thing is insanely useful.
It is a
Yeah.
really good magic item that you guys put a lot of effort into fixing up. So, yeah, you can get that identified by a Tassie. And it has its secret. Secret. Majesty of the Wolves. When you gain the friendship of the Valley of Wolves' great pack of winter wolves, you can spend a charge from the crown as an action to gain the effects of the polymorph spell, except that you always become a winter wolf, are capable of speech, and the spell does not require concentration. Each time you use this feature after the first, the hit points of your winter wolf form are halved, stacking.
Whoa.
Wow.
Reset them when the crown regains its full charges.
I'm surprised we don't have that
We-
unlocked. I thought we had the friendship of the
We didn't go back and find what's his face.
Huey.
Yeah, you
Huey.
guys just ditch
I thought-
Huey, and he's literally like the only
Yeah.
thing left. No, there are other
Oh.
winter wolves there. You would need to go and like speak to the pack as a whole rather
Yeah.
than just one dude.
Ah. Well,
Yeah,
that's
then-
neat to have.
Then Inah can turn into a winter wolf and fuck herself.
Yeah, yeah. I bet she
Wait.
would.
White wolf, woo.
White wolf, woo!
Ha ha.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Just to give a mimosa as well. It's on what the what's that? Pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, pumpkin spice latte. That is what it is.
Oh man, I just imagine a fucking white wolf with a side cap, a fucking Starbucks pumpkin spice latte, walking around in Uggs.
Ah,
That would be the penultimate basic bitch.
Yeah, and also the basic white bitch.
alright.
Ah man,
Does anyone else have anything they want to throw at Tassie for identifying?
well, there is the
Oh.
serpent thing.
I'll wait for that one. I don't see not in any immediate rush, at least until we find the third part.
Fair enough.
Do we have anything
Yep.
else that we have has secrets that we need to know? I think it's
Is
pretty
that
much
it?
I think it's pretty much it.
You guys have done a pretty good job of revealing the secrets of your items.
Yeah.
That one's already got done. That one's
We
already
know
got
the
Well,
done.
the
hat
handmaid's
secret.
choker.
No, that one's
Yeah.
already been like revealed. That's
Now
like
that this
Oh,
item
yeah,
has
we-
secret.
We
Yeah,
don't
we
know the
got-
second secret for the
Oh, you're right. There's
handmaid's
more secrets to
choker.
it. Right.
Hey, yeah, that's like, I mean,
That's true. There is another secret on that item.
Yeah.
It's the funniest of all the secrets of all the items you have, in my humble opinion.
should I? Because I'm really fucking tempted.
I mean, if you got the money you want to spend it, go right ahead.
Yeah, because Kina got my fucking money. Because he was the one that wrote down the fucking barrels of that we got from Gunwell. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I have to wait for him to finish fucking dinner. So, but yes, I have more than enough. I'll take the hit.
Okay. I...
Just so we can
Oh,
laugh.
boy.
Oh, God. Here's the thing is, this secret will literally never trigger unless Kina gives it to somebody else. So it was never, ever going to come up.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Oh,
because it
no.
makes him to an elf then, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Boon of the
Okay,
Elf
that's
Maiden.
what we thought it
When you
was.
finish a long rest
Yep.
attuned to the choker, you awake to find yourself transformed into a beautiful elven woman. While you do not change your game statistics, you gain the appearance of a curvaceous high elf female. The transformation is permanent. An elf cannot activate this boon. Once this choker is granted this boon, it can't do so for a year and a day.
Well, I'm glad I didn't have that
Oh,
on me.
Yeah,
wow.
on literally anybody else, it would have been an elf waifu transformation, but instead, it just did nothing.
Oh,
And I was
Yep,
sad.
I'm glad I stayed as a bunny instead of becoming an elf.
Oh
yeah,
no,
that's
you could be
totally
a
worth
hot
it.
waifu instead of a hot waifu. How terrible.
I know, right? How terrible.
Alright. I think that's literally all the items you guys have that still have secrets. Except to circle
I
it.
believe
Yep.
so. Except
All
the
right.
circlet, but yeah.
So Kita's AFK, so let's go to Amxal. What you doing for downtime?
All right. So first is I'm taking a training action because I have to if I want to level.
Yep,
Oh,
makes sense.
yeah.
Then it's a level. Then it's a training action again, which brings me nearly to the cap. And then I'm gonna create a spell.
Spell.
Yay.
Yeah, it's one that we have already been over, so I can just go ahead and print off the card.
Oh,
Hell
yeah, I saw
yeah.
you
It is
testing it.
Aska's Wildfire.
Cool.
Keeping in theme
Ooh,
with the
nice.
Wildfire Druid.
It's
That doesn't get
Moonbeam, but
Fireball
fire.
anymore. Yeah. No concentration, startup fires all over the place.
You get a fire, and you get a fire, and you get a fire.
So what you're saying is that
Like
you
Fire
turn into a
Shield, but
Californian.
boom.
I turned to a Californian, yes.
Nobody
As
tell
for, like-
Stray that, as I immediately go to tell Stray that joke.
Oof.
As for appearance that
so-
happens during the spell, the air shimmers with heat around her, and flames dance alongside her body, and as she points to areas, they just ignite in a light.
Is it like blue for boy, pink for girl kind of fire?
Yep. Purple for in between. Yeah.
Emerald for Faker.
Cool. And then we got the fucking backdrop tune of fucking I'm a fire starter, crazy fire starter going on.
Yep.
Oh man, that's such a fucking old ass dated song.
And then last off, I'll spend 3 days advancing the pole dancing skill I've got. Might as well. I started it. I'm gonna eventually finish it.
Roz is very happy you're keeping up with that.
Yeah, she better be considering she's the one I'm training on.
Ooh. Well, she certainly has a pole, and you're welcome to dance on it anytime you'd like.
Yep. But that is it for me, and that takes up 25 days.
Right. So you have 25 days just to get your cheeks clapped by a salamander.
Well, I wish, but that is only 3 days of it. The rest of it is lots of it.
All right. So, B, what you doing for downtime?
B. Well, I be leveling up, and then B will also be finishing learning common with Inah. So B will come out of this a illiterate pupper
Amazing.
in more than just giant runes. And we'll spend a couple days, or at least a day, retranslating the stories she's been taking down from giant runes into common.
Nice.
And then is going to... Does Ignafaerus have a library?
Why, yes, it does.
Oh yeah. Now I remember.
Yep. Has a
Aha.
library run by a little ranger cowgirl MILF, and it also doubles as a school for the deaf, where Sammy hangs out because she
Yay!
was a boarder here.
Yay! Then I will wander on over there at some point. Donate this nice book that I got for a strawberry pie,
Hell yes.
and do some researching, by which I mean...
This is superb fucking strawberry pie.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Do some lore researching, by which I mean carousing, thinly veiled as carousing some of the library people into researching for me.
So what you could do is, yeah, you're just pay somebody to do the research for you. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
Unless does the hat let me make skill checks with charisma? Or ability checks with charisma? It says class features, and that's not a class feature, so I
Let's see,
don't
the
know.
hat of allure. Your charisma ability, charisma spell cast no, it does not.
Alright,
Yeah.
Then,
skills
yeah,
are
it'd
not
be-
class features.
paying somebody to
Yeah. Well,
research.
tell you what, you don't need to spend your downtime doing that. If you want to pay them plus a couple silvers per day, you can just hire a nerd to do your research for you.
Sure.
And they'll probably have at least as good chance.
I will hire a nerd and give them a gold piece per day.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, well, if you're throwing around a gold piece per day, you'll get the actual, like, head librarian, Miria, here,
Yay!
who is also the pie maker. He's rapidly becoming your best friend. So, let's see. She will, for that kind of money, she will just get a nerd to be her research assistant, so she'll have somebody helping her. What are you researching?
I
So
am
let's figure out what the skill itself
trying
is.
to research if there are any like vision-based or eyeball-based monsters of legend that are still like around that could be used to make a vision granting magic item.
Okay, so that'll be history. Over. So let's pop back to the world map real quick. Let's see, a vision-based monster. Yeah, beholders don't exist in my community setting because they are hard copyrighted by WotC, and I don't want any of that in my business.
Right.
Let's see. So, first of all, let me just go to channel there. Build that. So that is more or less where Valeria will say she remembers the Garden of Statues being.
Oh,
Cool.
Up there. And yeah, so
beneath Variant.
speaking of Variant, the first of the two monsters that research will uncover was a Medusa that at some point in the past lived near Variant and up in the mountains. It is said to have been a plague on the place in ancient times, but was driven away by a brave hero who himself was blind and thus able to avoid the wrath of the Medusa, and without its great vision-based defenses was unable to fight him and was forced to flee. No one's ever reported having killed the creature, so presumably it's still up in the mountains somewhere.
Nice.
And the other, let's see, in the Marai Wood, way over here in Anderland, there is a ancient and deadly gator folk called Old Bale Eye. It is a creature whose eye was gouged out in a fight with a knight long ago, and he replaced it with some dread flame that glows with a sickly green light, and it is said those who stare into this flame will have their very soul unravel and fall dead to the ground, listless.
Oh gosh.
So, those are two options for vision-based monsters that you could go and fuck up.
Yay. Thanks, bunches.
All right, and more importantly than all of that put together, Miria's not very good at flirting with you. A shame. You tried though.
Oh,
Awkward nerd is awkward. You don't know why you keep getting strawberry pies, but you do.
thank you.
You're welcome. She runs away. All right. Anything else, B?
It's just B's about as good at recognizing that as it's like role reversal from B trying to flirt with Yana.
Oh god. B's love life is just a comedy of errors.
I think that leaves me with like 3 days, so I don't think I have
You can
anything
always
else.
do the preparation downtime to get a pool of bonus D4s.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Yeah, just do some push-ups, get
Make
some
that
spare
prep.
equipment together. Just be ready for anything.
Yeah, ready for dwarfening.
Hell yeah. And Hedrah. What's your downtime plan?
I just got back, so
Perfect timing.
well, there is this medallion thing that we have the magical light. What's it?
I'm back. So what's going on?
So-
What did I miss?
Downtime stuff.
Downtime.
Just getting into Hedrah's downtime, then we'll circle back to you.
Why is the choker out?
Oh,
Oh,
because
the
the party
Lord
legend
is
lord.
secret.
Oh,
It was exactly what we thought it was.
Yes.
Yeah, well, can you go with Kina so I can finish
Sure, yeah, sure.
heating up
All right.
this one shot?
So yeah, your choker got legend lorded by the party, and yeah, the other secret could literally never activate as long as you had it.
yeah. Oh, it turns you into an elf.
Yep.
We also found out Lucian's Light and what else did we
The
find
crown.
out? The crown.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway,
I could sell this choker's this boon off. I could auction this off. You know what? That's a great idea. I think I should want to organize that.
you know you're
I
not
think that's
wrong.
something I want to.
I'm not sure how much
It's not gonna.
bite you would get in Ignafaerus of all places, since it's like
No, I'd go to Avara.
yeah.
Yeah, mind you, it
Yeah.
doesn't like actually change it. I mean, it changes your appearance to be a high elf, but like
Oh
it doesn't give you,
no,
like, the
it
racial stuff.
including your stats.
It doesn't give you like the ageless thing or anything like that, Kina.
Including your stats as an ageless or mortal. It does not change your game
Yeah,
statistics.
it does
Yeah.
not.
It
does
just
not
makes
change
you
it.
look like a super hot
Yeah.
elf.
Yeah.
Elf
Just makes you
woman.
look like a
Look,
super hot elf woman.
Yep.
Which is
I am
still, like,
sure there are
really
many
awesome
people
thing.
who would take you up on that.
I would absolutely
Yeah.
go to Avara and auction that off, that
Yeah.
boon off.
Yeah.
But I get to keep the choker. You can have the boon.
Yeah,
but
you
I,
just
the
have
you
to
choker's
give
mine.
it away for a day.
And
Yeah,
then,
you're just renting it for a day to turn into a hot elf bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
could
I mean,
fucking
super
make
valid.
some money off of that.
I'd pay money for that. Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
totally make some money off of that. And it's a permanent change too, so yeah, it's
Yep.
permanent.
I'm pretty sure like
Yeah.
70%
You can do it,
of
like,
the
every
herd
year,
would
too.
pay for that.
Oh yeah,
And you're able to do it each year, I believe, right? Is that how much it is?
Yeah.
just like those
Yeah,
boots.
year and a
A boon, it boons as like a year and a day. Yeah, a year
Yep.
and a day.
Year and a day. So every year you get to auction that off again.
Same with. I mean, we could do the same with those fucking boots.
Yeah, I probably could.
Yeah.
Just match them up.
Maybe
Yeah,
while
turn into
maybe
an elf with a
while
huge
Look,
ass.
I gotta get
The
that boon
mega elf.
first this time, though.
are you
Well, you're gonna have to pay
you
up, I
sure
guess.
about that?
I
Are
don't know,
you
maybe.
are you sure you
Are
want
you
it?
sure? of
Braz will just like grab at the back of Aska's head and nod it for her. I guess she's very sure.
Your ass is already pretty big, and your nuts are already pretty big. This is gonna okay. Well, all right.
Salivating mander noises.
Heavy breathing.
You're definitely gonna need a personal tailor after some tailored work after that for all your outfits, because. Ooh.
Anyway, Hedrah's downtime.
Hedrah's eating. We're gonna finish with Kina's.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
So
Let's
yeah,
see, well,
so
perhaps-
you've spent, I believe, 9 or 4.5 days working on your spell. Probably the other
And
half
then
day,
it was
like,
level
getting
up.
ready. Yep, level up.
Yep.
that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-ish days of your downtime. What you doing for the rest?
Oh, jeez.
You could spend the time working on
I
your book.
guess
So
I
treat it as
would
crafting.
probably do that. I would probably do that, yes.
Nice.
That does sound like something I would do.
All right. So that'll be
Um,
2-ish weeks and change.
mm-hmm. Probably, and this is probably when Tassie starts talking Nora's ear off about grandbabies.
I mean, to be fair, she was doing that before you even left.
Oh, she was
but
already. Well, now that she knows Talanora's got a
got a girlfriend
huge girlfriend.
who is huge and is a Wolvarn. I mean, she's already planning your wedding.
So they're coming back for winter and getting
Definitely
married,
gonna
right? And then I'm getting
send
grandbabies
some
right after.
Sendings to Marissa. Grumbling about mom badgering her all constantly. She's very happy that Marissa's a Wovar.
No.
Wow, B.
Oh no!
What was this insight for?
Okay, so
was
B paid the
making an
librarian like
oh
a
yeah,
gold a
the
day.
librarian tried to flirt with B, and it went about as well as B trying to flirt with Yana.
Ah,
And so I was making an insight to like, oh, B's been through this. Surely she'll recognize exactly
surely
what she
she'll
went
know.
through.
Your life is a
4.
romantic comedy of errors.
Yeah, the poor cowgirl librarian was just like, she doesn't know how to flirt, so she just keeps like giving B pies and then running away. Poor baby.
To which B is like, awesome, I love it here.
This place is so nice.
So yeah, if you want to spend a couple weeks working on your book, you can give me
Yeah.
a couple of calligrapher's tools checks. That's
I don't have calligraphy checks. I don't have
Alternatively,
calligrapher's
you could spend the
tools.
time learning how to actually write good.
But that
Learn
was
how to write pretty.
Isn't that for like that's for like writing pretty.
So calligrapher's tools are just the only writing utensil in the game by default. You can flavor it as just like proficiency quill if you want, but the point is it's what you use to do writing with. So yeah, you can just
The
raw dog it as int
background
checks,
proficiency you
or
could
you could
get
take the
most
time
of the way
beforehand
there.
to train yourself to actually be a better writer than you are currently.
I will try. I will train myself then.
All right.
Learn how to make your flowery poise and all that.
Yeah, Talanora is
Yeah, that's what
already
this
a
is gonna
writer,
be.
but this is training yourself to be an author, which there is a difference, trust me.
I will take your word on it, author.
But yeah, you can spend the rest of any number of downtime days you want getting calligrapher's tools, or whatever you'd like to flavor it as, proficiency. And now, Hedrah.
Okay.
So, let's talk about this amulet you want to make.
Yeah.
So
we have the magical amulet that gives plus saves and shit, and like.
Yeah, the Clasp of Courage, I think it's called.
that's Roz's thing from the night you guys found. Sammy has the light talisman thing. Let's see, what the fuck was it called? Crystal Sunlight. There you go. You have this.
Ah, right.
Okay. Yeah. See, I was thinking if it was possible to combine that with the prayer juiced leaf that I've been that's shaped for Kanara by the Dryad heart leaf as to make an amulet out of the boat?
Probably not. This is already an extant magic item. If you want to take, like, raw magical reagents, which you can do, but you'd need to make a new item from them. So, let me
Okay,
look up what
so
the fucking Amulet of the Devote is.
it's actually just cleric only.
Well, that's fine, you are a cleric.
Okay, you're a cleric. I fail to see the issue here.
Oh, it's cleric or paladin. Okay, so it's uncommon
Oh yeah,
for +1. So, yeah, what
yeah.
rarity are you trying to make?
Well, since I don't exactly have the finances to do it fucking rare, but that I can work on empowering it over time,
Yeah.
I'm
At least once you get
gonna
some
have to
Residium
start
together.
with the. Yeah,
Alright.
gonna have to start on a 1.
An uncommon will take you 14 days to make, and 250 gold, but you do have some reagents, so... It was just the Dryad leaf, right? That you have? Or do you have anything else you'd like to throw into this?
Well, let's see. What automatical shit do we have here?
Not a bunch, really. Um,
You could use the bell for it.
The what?
We've got the bell, the ruby bell. Steel bell set with a star ruby. 25 gold worth.
Oh, there.
oh yeah,
Steel
there it
bell
is.
set.
Could
Wait, a
incorporate.
sack of dried silk is only 250?
That is what it says there.
Ah, I'm fucking surprised.
Yeah, we don't really have a bunch of like bare magic stuff for it.
Most of our parts are wyvern bits and a pencilon tusk.
I don't know if you actually have enough for it, really.
I mean, just get one of those bloodthorn roses chucked into that. I mean, just no, those are too fucking rare for it.
Yeah.
I mean that does bring up an idea though. The bloodthorn roses really can't be grown, right? Like
They
even
are
with the ones we
extremely
have.
Well,
difficult to grow, and they have a innate resistance to just, like, a magical dicking with them.
Yeah,
Require an
but that's where we're
actual
getting
master
him.
herbalist.
Or Saracena.
Yeah, I mean, you could give it to Saracena, but then again, she's also a troll, so do you really want to trust her with it?
No, I don't want to trust Saracena with it. The woman who makes like other people pregnant on a whim and doesn't care for consequences? Yeah, no.
I can't imagine how she
Yeah.
could use a incredibly potent healing item in some sort of sexual fashion. I'm going to take that and make a potion of turbo virility. Potion of instant ovulation.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to give that over
I
to
mean,
her.
that's actually a fucking moneymaker right there.
Yeah, for Saracena.
Not for us.
But yeah, no, it's just growing, and then what you use the fucking flower for, that's you can combine it to make those things. If she actually grows it, she can make her own, breed of it.
She's not
Haha.
gonna grow it though.
What? No. She who? Saracena? No, she definitely.
Saracena,
No, she totally would cultivate. She would go out of her way to cultivate this flower and use her primordial magic to do so. It is absolutely. She would not. This is one of the things she would not just squander.
Yeah, no, she would totally like plant it and cultivate it, make it
Yeah.
grow, and then use it
And then dump it in
exclusively
the
for
drink some town's drinking water.
billion.
yes.
Yeah.
And then find some podunk town and turn everyone there into like hench himbos and like juju not women, full of bloodthorn juice.
I mean, yeah, if you want to make more of this flower, definitely give it to her. But also, there's gonna be some consequences to that action.
Saracena is just chaotic alignment. She doesn't have a second alignment. It's just chaos.
yeah.
You know, this would also, if this flower is as it is, Senator could use it to make her, blue rays actually, fuck.
I don't think she wants them to.
No. Her blue elves are exactly the way she designed them, and she designed them that way for a reason. If Senatrea wanted to make the blue elves reproduce properly, she would just cast Wish on them.
Yep. Yep.
There you go. Problem solved.
God, that spell save 27. Holy fuck.
I mean, goddess of magic. I don't know what you want.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know. I get it. I'm just saying.
She has a lower
Jesus
spell
Christ.
save DC than Saz Tam, which is infinitely funny to me.
I mean, that thing's like a level 30th spellcaster, though, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is the most powerful spellcaster in the setting.
Quick saving. Make her a 40th level spellcaster.
You're right. Just
Why
a
would you
dab
do
on the
that?
Adventurers League.
Well, you said I needed some sort of, actual parts to encase the heart leaf.
Probably, yeah, that would help. You want to
Would
go
the
get
actual
some
work?
magic wood or something? Or meteorite iron, maybe?
You have any meteor iron, do we?
No.
Yeah.
But there is a
We
quest to
could
go find
look
some.
for some, yeah.
That's true. We can go find some.
There are, in fact, 3 side quest boards up at the moment. And also Pi
Yep.
Day.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I'm gonna
Pi
probably
Day.
try and
Well,
talk to Aspen in like the RP afterward.
Okay, I'm just gonna do some. I'm gonna ask this. Okay, so how much would the fucking repeatedly hyper-infused heart leaf take up? So I know the
For what you're trying to do, since it's a Kinara infusion and it's from a Kinaran dryad, specifically like of your deity, probably like a solid 50 GP. It's not worth that much on its own, but in this specific circumstance, its value goes up significantly.
Okay, so that means there's 200 left.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
50 out of 250 leaves 200.
My brain just went like, ask your mom. I was like, no. I mean, my mom is right there and she's fucking loaded. That's shit. Hey, Mom, can I take a small loan of... No.
Can I have a small loan of 1,000,000 silver pieces?
No, but that would be only what I have available, so... Sadly, I can't cover that. Like, most of our fucking parents could easily fucking cover that, except Inah, who's also constantly fucking broke.
That's
Yeah,
that's a
Inah.
blue knight.
Inah's mom does have a
And-
literal vow of poverty, yes.
The poor people. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
Oh God,
Smash.
Marissa's coming.
She sure is.
She's already
Oh,
coming to
shit.
visit my mother. Oh no. Oh God.
Oh no. Oh shit.
You invited
Good
her,
going.
you fool.
Oh no.
All right, looks like you're making some babies soon.
Oh no.
The pressure.
The consequences of your own actions. Who could have fucking thunk it?
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Nah, so apparently I can't make it. I could just start it.
Yeah, you can start it. If you like, you could try and research where you might find more parts appropriate to the thing.
Yes, and I know I don't even need to research to know exactly where to fucking go, because A, we got a big ass fucking dragon that was temporarily down in the village, down in Sakani, and it's going back to their ancient fucking Vader house buddy.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
Vader,
yeah.
a Vader in the fucking edge of the magical fucking forest in the area where meteorites are known to have fallen, as well as the forge of fuck you, we made the world, we're gonna forge it. And somewhere the champion of my deity died. I don't know, don't know why I say DT, that's a fucking pesticide.
Yeah, if you want to pay the Orchid Vater a visit, I'm sure she could, if not help you herself, point you in the right direction.
And we have the fucking historian that was living through that time as well. Right here.
Historian?
Valeria.
I wouldn't call her a historian. I think she has an int of 0, but she was alive at the time, yes.
Yeah, she was alive and living right next to the
Actually,
fucking area
wait,
where
no, she wasn't alive at the time. She died before Kinathis was even born.
She did?
Yeah. Because Kinathis was born right near the fall of winter, and Valeria died in, hundreds of years before that. Yeah, she was already a fucking ghost by the time your god was born. I enjoy that realization immensely. So yeah, unfortunately, she literally cannot help you.
Yeah, and that makes Winter older than Kinathis.
Oh yeah, for sure he is. That was never in question. All right.
So,
Oh God.
oh shit.
Okay. Marissa
on the
manages to
double.
fly across the entire
booking
bay
it.
in a straight line to just come directly for that pussy.
Oh. I mean,
Oh,
well,
no.
I guess Talanora,
That-
when she did sleep with Marissa, she did also crit her like on
Yeah.
night 1. So
Yep.
is some good pussy.
It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
some primo elf pussy. So yeah,
It's time
she's
for
gonna
it's time for
arrive
this to
like
happen.
tired and sweaty, but this manticore flies in a straight line 300 miles in like 3 days.
Whew.
In armor.
No, she probably leaves her armor behind. She does not have a very good fly speed if she's actually wait, does she even have armor? Yes, she
I
does.
don't think she even
Okay.
has armor.
No, she does. She has
Oh,
half
she
blade.
does. Okay.
It's a weapon she doesn't use, that's right. Because she just has claws.
Yeah.
Big claw.
They they do as much damage as a greatsword, so why would she ever?
Yeah.
You can't
I mean, why not?
enchant. You can't enchant those though.
You can
That's
get,
where
like,
you're
claw
wrong,
covers that are
kid.
enchanted or something like that.
Also, she's poor.
You can
How
enchant.
would she enchant anything?
That's true as well.
That's
Let me give you a snapshot
Yeah.
of Marисsa's financial situation. She has 0 copper, 0 silver, 0 electrum, 0 gold, 0 platinum.
Oh God, I'm her sugar mama.
You are her sugar
I mean,
mommy.
to be fair,
no.
she owns a monastery, and the monastery
She does
itself
have a
is
monastery.
wealthy. She bought
She
you
owns
a
a
book by
monastery
trading
because
like
nobody told her to
silver
get out.
candelabras. It's like, I don't know how
Well,
much this
yeah.
book is worth here.
You say she owns a monastery. She owns.
All right,
She
Oh,
she is
owns a place that
squatting in a
nobody.
monastery that nobody else
Yeah,
has
Yeah,
she's
okay.
claimed.
squatting in a monastery that nobody has the guts to tell her to get out from. So I guess she owns it,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. The villagers thought it was haunted, then a manticore moved in, and now it's hers. It's not haunted anymore, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and they've been treating her well over the past fucking month.
Yeah, she actually
Yeah, 'cause
talked
they all
to
think
she
she's
talked
shy
to
as
a
shit,
trader and
apparently.
managed to negotiate a shipment of something. That's huge for her.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Kina, you have a recluse
Wh-
wife now.
Oh God.
You have a neat.
Oh shit! That's hilarious. She just slams open the door. Where the white woman at? Well, no, sorry. Where's the brown elf at?
Yeah, where the brown elves at? All right.
There's just brown elves everywhere. Thick, taller, everything is like 10 years.
All right.
Like,
First of
goddamn.
all, okay, even with disadvantage, Marissa doesn't just start immediately flirting with all your family. Good.
Good.
That's good.
That's gonna get a smack.
Would you like to give her advantage on persuasion to make a good impression on your mom?
Of course I would.
Excellent. Nice. All right.
Nice.
Your mom loves her.
Nice.
She is, in fact, a
Immediate
giant
best
Wolvaran
friends.
version of a shot. 10 out of 10. Perfect for her daughter.
Except
Hmm.
she's broke.
Listen, the
That's
shot
fine.
started broke. Everyone has to start somewhere. It's fine.
The shot was all yes.
Yeah, but
The shot was a
shot
potato
what
farmer.
start-
It's fine.
A shot was
Yeah,
a
she
potato.
started broke.
Also,
That's the
Tassie started
thing.
broke. Tassie just
Tassie
some
was-
random
Everyone
peasant.
starts broke.
Yes, but
She's
it's
not-
been a month, and
Listen. Tassie is not very conscientious about class. She is married to an adventurer. She and said adventurer were both peasants, and now they live in
who
a
said
giant
anything
keep.
about class?
I mean, the money thing doesn't matter to her, is what I'm saying. It's
Okay.
far more important to Tassie that her daughter is dating an enormous woman who has a very long lifespan, and B, a Wolvaran. She is extremely happy about this turn of events and could not foresee this going any better.
Now, when are you gonna give me grandbabies?
Yes.
But I'm adventuring.
But
That didn't stop a shot.
That didn't stop Tassie either.
That didn't stop her either.
That didn't stop either of your parents or their friends.
I know. I'm painfully aware of this.
Look, your mom's gonna take you aside and, remind you that, look, Shot's not getting any younger, and sure, she's probably gonna live longer than a normal Minotaur, but she's not immortal. Don't you want your mom to see her grandbabies before, she gets too old?
But Vasta's already having children.
Shh. Listen, we're talking about your grandbabies, not Vasanora's grandbabies.
It just Tally just had
God,
arm
please.
waves out. What about all these grandbabies and their grandbabies then?
Gestures at the hornetlings and like 10 fucking generations of them.
But they're not Tally's kids.
Yeah, they're not
though.
Talanora's kids.
They are. Oh, well.
Anyway, your mom is going to give you a hard time, but that is just the nature of moms.
Okay, but in return, Talanora is going to pull Tassie aside at some point and ask her, how do you stop her from just coming home with more girlfriends and wives? How do you stop that?
As he
I
just
think
like
that's the
looks
wrong person
to
to
one
ask.
side and then the other, and she's like, I don't. I gave up on that a long time ago.
This is like
But
the
I
worst
can stop.
person to ask.
I thought
yeah,
we were
but
going
it's
to be
not too-
monogamous, and then suddenly I turned around and your mom had impregnated 13 women in town.
But it's not too late. But it's not too late for me, though. I can still nip this in the bud, though. I still have time.
Right? Listen, if you want to do that, instead of doing what I did and just assume, why don't you sit Marissa down and have a talk? Make her actually agree to do it. Although, really, from the way she's acting, I think she just has eyes for you.
Oh. Well, I guess our first night together was pretty.
She's just gonna like put a finger on it, like shh, no. There are things I do not need to know. But yes, go and have a talk with her. I'm sure that setting relationship boundaries is a much better way to go than she will glance as like 3 of her sister wives walk out of their bedroom. Than unexpected surprises. Although, really, there's nothing wrong with that if you're into it. Who am I to judge?
Yes, I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I could share that. Wave her arms that in expression that much.
Yeah, I understand. You can be like Papa Cass, who just has, like, what is it, 4 wives? Not that he doesn't come around and, never mind. Anyway, point is, you can set limits, or not, or just be monogamous. It's a decision you two should make early before you're committed to one another.
I don't want to leave her alone while I'm adventuring, but she's lonely. I mean, I kind of get lonely too. And I would.
Stop mumbling, dear.
Sorry. I don't want her to get. I mean, yeah. I don't want her to get lonely while I'm off adventuring. But
You could always just take her adventuring. She seems pretty big and strong to me. Besides, someone ought to be around to protect you and only you when you're nice and full of babies. And there's no one better than a huge woman with a big weapon to do that.
well, if that's the case, then I'm not going to be adventuring. I'm not going to adventure while I'm pregnant. That's ridiculous. That's silly. That's very horribly, very irresponsible.
Yeah, I mean, who would do that?
I'm just have to think about this, and then maybe have a talk with Marissa. I do need time to keep working on my writing, and I do have several books I want to make. It's hard to do that when I'm on vacation, when I'm roaming around and doing a whacking.
I think it's very hilarious that you asked Tally about how to stop having more girls.
Tell see
It's like the
about,
one person you shouldn't
How you
ask.
doing to be monogamy?
How do you do monogamy? I don't know.
How
Fucking
do
didn't
you
happen for
stop your
me.
gigantic Amazon wife from getting other wives? Why would I do that? I'm drowning in pussy. Cat's just laying on top of a dozen elves in the background. Yes, great.
Like, I do not understand the context or the question.
Please elaborate.
So you're saying I have to love less women? That's what you're
That
saying.
sounds pretty gay, TBQH.
Not gonna lie. Poor Tally.
Just set boundaries. Talk about it.
I'm going to set boundaries. Like, no more. No more than. No more than 3. Oh, no more than 3. Can't have more than 3.
I mean, you could just set it as just yourself.
Yeah, but then if I'm adventuring, then Marissa's going to be lonely.
Take her with you.
But then she's going to like
Yeah.
the monastery.
Here's the thing, even if she's lonely, it's called being, true to another. Like, my mom married my dad, and my dad married my mom, and they just have each other.
Oh,
That's far away and all that thing, and she's faithful to him, and he's faithful to her. If you want advice on monogamy, like, you go talk to my mom.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, so go right ahead.
I guess Talanora is going to go see if Frida's around still.
Yeah, she's probably back at the end there. It's like you've started early on with the whole sending and talking and shit, so
This was all happening very quickly. A lot faster than I thought it was going to happen.
you did not expect your fucking crit on performance for for having your ass up in the air. It actually is gonna backfire on you.
No, I didn't.
Well then, yeah, Ria's right there in the barrel room and just writing on a little book.
Miss Frida? Miss Frida?
Yes, Miss Talanora, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
That's
You
good.
is your stay nice? Are you having a good
Oh,
time?
it's absolutely lovely here. Oh, please don't stand. Have a seat.
Oh,
It
okay.
just rises up and just pulls out a chair for you. Please sit.
Oh, well, thank you.
Now,
Uh,
is there anything I can help you with?
uh, well, yes, I was hoping maybe some advice. Zana told me to I should talk to you about this. Uh, well, she says that you are married and um,
I'm indeed married. Yes,
I have
that's.
a. I guess I'm trying to figure things out, but
Okay. Let's do like this. Take a deep breath and then start from what you're trying to say.
I'm trying to figure out what the shape of my relationship's going to be like with my girlfriend, soon to be wife. She definitely wants to marry me. She definitely mentioned that, and my mom is definitely pressuring me to marry her already. Like, boy, did they hit it off like fast. Uh,
Okay.
but my family, you know my family, right? I mean,
I know Cass, and by that extent, I know part of your extended family here. It's
yeah.
quite lovely.
Well, my mom Hashat has 13, 14, 15, 16, 15, 16 or 17 wives. And I'm pretty sure I don't want the same thing. That seems like a whole lot of trouble.
Okay. Then you don't want that many.
Definitely not that many. Maybe 3 at the most. But I don't know how to talk to. I'm not sure. I've never done this before, so I don't know how to talk to her about this. I I I'm not even sure how to start.
Well,
I'm not necessarily sure I want it to be just me and her because I mean I'm adventuring, but I also want to write my books, but I can't do that when I'm adventuring. But I also don't want to leave her behind. So having her come around with me adventuring would be really nice, but I also don't. But she also has this monastery that she cares for. It's her house. And I don't know what will happen if she just leaves. Like someone could just kind of just take it over when she's gone, and
okay.
then
So you don't know how her uh, living situation is when if she would be out and adventuring like her homestead.
yes.
You have no way to actively have it secured on her behalf.
Well, I suppose, but I guess we could just go. Could make arrangements with the town. Be like to like have her like this officially be her property,
So
but then
she,
no one's going to be taking care of the place. But I don't. I'm just not sure about much of anything at this point right now. It's all very up in the air.
okay. So what are you? Then let's go on with what you do know, what you are sure about. Do you love her?
Sorry.
Do you love her?
Oh yes, absolutely. She's just so precious.
Okay,
And she's so
she...
big, and her paws are so huge.
Oh, boss, is it
Oh, she's a
manticore?
manticore. Yes.
Mm. Met a few during my travels. No, but you're not certain about her own view
I'm
on
also
this.
no, I'm not sure about that either. I'm not sure if she. I haven't. I guess I haven't asked yet. Actually, I guess I haven't asked if she wants more than just me, or if she wants more. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure how she's going to feel after meeting my family.
Yeah, but
That might leave an
in this
impression.
case, well, she made an impression on your mother, so as to say, it's got half the foot in the door. If you got one of the parents, it's one of the sayings. But in this case, I think it's also most important on happiness. Like you seem to be very concerned and very anxious if she would would have to have more, but you're also
I'm
anxious
just.
about leaving her
I'm just.
alone.
I'm just afraid that if I. I'm just afraid that the next time I come back and see her, there's going to be like 4 or 5 more like girls with her. That's what I'm
So
afraid. That's what I've heard. That's what happened. That's what happened with my mom, Tassie. Like every time my mom has shot came back, there was like another one, and I don't think I like the sound of that myself.
so you're
Honestly,
afraid that she would be like your mother's.
I guess so. But I guess.
It's understandable. It's a inherent. It's a bound fear. It's understandable, but this is, as I said, a lot of speculation about her. What can you tell me about her?
She's well, she's doesn't know how to. Well, she doesn't know how to read, but I will. I'll change that myself. I'll change that. I will. I'll teach her how to read myself. She's a paladin of Wovar. She's she's pretty. She's nice. She's brave and she's strong and she's really nice. And she is really nice. Not like stories of manticores I've heard that are kind of mean. That can be kind of mean, but she's been really nice to me the whole time.
And that there should tell you a little about her character, wouldn't it? It would have told you a lot.
I guess I'm just afraid of a bunch of I guess I'm just afraid of
What
like
if?
what. Yes, that's it.
What if she turns out to be like mom? What if I'm gonna be like she's gonna be hurt by her getting more and like what if I'm not good? I'm not enough for her. It's a lot of things
Yeah.
to be afraid of. But those are fears with so far from a singular point of experience. Let's just get her here and talk to her because from what you've told me is that she is how old is she?
100? She's older than I am. Like 100?
She's been in relationships before.
Yes. I don't. It didn't end particularly well. I believe they died.
Uh, it's it's a hurtful
She
process.
did have, what did she call it? A pride or something before? And now it's just her. So
Yeah. But she's been a paladin and a stout believer.
yes,
that at least you know she has faith and devotion to something.
Yeah.
Oh. And that she has been truthful and honest with you all this time?
Sorry, I was coughing and I didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry, Norris. Has she been truthful and honest with you this whole time?
As far as I can tell, yes.
Yeah.
But it's been
Then
a while. It's been a while since I've seen her. It's been a month, and we didn't spend that much time together. About a week or something at the monastery. But it certainly left an impression on both of us.
that's good to hear. So, how about we go together and we talk to her? And you can open up about what the fears of you have, because you haven't heard what she fears.
That's true.
Maybe she has her own doubt. Maybe she is like trying to do as good so she doesn't lose out on a chance for love again after all her loss. There's a lot of things hidden that you can understand people don't want to see. And in this case, I believe if you genuinely care for each other, if you have love for each other, that you will just come together and open up about what you want. If she wants to be with you and only you, then your fears have nothing to stand on. They will just she makes a small tingle with the fingers. Poof away.
I guess it would be best to talk.
Yeah. She's here.
Yes. Oh, she got here really fast. She came very quickly when she heard that I was here and that my mom was really happy to see her, to really happy to hear about her. She came. She lives across like the bay, like in Onderland, and she flew over here like by herself directly in like 3 days. 2 days? 3 days?
3 days.
About 3 days.
That
She zoomed here very fast.
well, at least you can say that her infatuation with you is at least substantial.
Yeah.
So, come on, just stands up and holds up a very slender hand for Tally. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Okay.
So yeah,
Frida's so small.
the two of
Yeah,
you.
you're like, how tall is Tally? 6'5"?
6, 7.
Oh yeah, you're like 1'6" taller than Frida.
Only a foot and 6 inches? I thought she was way taller than that.
Frida's 5'1".
Yeah, like sorry, I mean like I thought like the difference would be larger than that.
No,
It's only
5'1".
a foot and a half.
Yeah, it's only a foot and a half. I mean that's like a schlong, but you know.
Yeah, it's like a shot schlong anyway. So yeah, the two of you can head from the tavern up to the keep. And you will find Marissa. She is squatted down on all fours, and she has a light cantrip up and is making little shadow puppets for several of Tally's like little tiniest sisters, who are endlessly engrossed.
Yeah.
She will see you approaching and give you a little tail wave. Hello, pet. Oh, you have the tiniest little goat with you. Isn't she precious?
Yeah, Frida's real nice. We've been talking.
Well met, Frida. I am Marissa Sunglory, Paladin of Wildfire.
Just gives a courteous bow and says, I'm Frida Gallium.
Wait,
Just a wandering minstrel, and
the Frida Gallium?
yes, I think from you met my daughter, Zana. Traveled
Yes,
with you
I
from
did.
that.
I've also heard much about you. One of my friends years back was quite infatuated with you. Your performances, that is. She will
That's very
dust herself off and stand to her full height, just towering over you. Extend a tiny little
just
claw nail for you to shake.
yeah. She's like Frida is unfazed by like size differences, like
Sure.
absolutely not phased, and just gently holds and shake it. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's very nice to hear, and it warms my heart to hear that some of my music has enriched your memories.
So, what can I do for you?
Well, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and so I was talking to Frida, and I also talked to Mom a bunch. W- What do you think of my family so far?
Marissa will pluck a teeny tiny elf off of her wing, just couching it casually under an arm. They're marvelous. I've never met a family so large. It's even larger than my
Yeah,
pride long ago.
yeah,
They are exceedingly lovely, and your mother is the most devout Warvaran I have ever met. She burns herself daily in his grace.
yeah. She still does that.
It's inspirational.
She's done that every day for ever since my mom knew her, first met her.
So yes, that's what I think of your family pet. They are precious indeed, and I would die to protect them.
Oh. Okay, well, all right, fine. Okay, so okay, so you and my mom have been real chummy, like all like immediately. And uh, she's been asking me about like when am I gonna get married? When am I gonna have kids? But it's just like,
Oh,
uh,
don't pay her too much mind, pet. All mothers do that, even mine long ago. It is the natural way of things. And mothers love teasing.
uh,
Do you
I
want
know
my advice, pet?
what it. Okay.
She will lean in real tight and stage whisper, mostly for the benefit of the little baby in her arms. Buy a wolfling and say it's your new baby.
Okay, Savin, out of character. What did you say? I
Buy a
heard a
wolfling and say
wolf.
it's your new baby.
Okay,
Get
I heard.
a fur baby.
Okay, I
That
heard
is
a
Marissa's
wolf.
advice for you. Get a fur baby.
I heard a yeah. I heard a wool filling. It's like
No, do not go get conflated by a sheep. That would be a bad time. A
yeah, like
bad
stuffed like
time.
a fucking what the fuck? Build a bear? Yeah, just shoved your ass into that pipe and get stuffed. Like what?
Marissa will hold up the little baby. You'd like a puppy, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. She will blow a raspberry into its belly button and set it back down on the floor.
Okay, well, all right. So, well, it's gotten me thinking a lot, especially because being back home and with my family, and I know my mom has like 17 wives, and I know you had. I don't know how big your pride was before. Uh,
There were a dozen of us, though we weren't married to each other.
uh,
We were friends, mostly sisters. There were a few of us
mm,
who were together on and off, as you do, but those were different
hmm.
times.
Well, I guess I was just kind of worried that if I go off adventuring and that maybe I, especially because of what happened to my mom Tassie a lot, is that why whenever if I were to come back, there'd be like more, there'd be like others
Oh,
suddenly there.
my
I'm
dear
not sure how I
darling
feel about
pet,
that.
you are irreplaceable. You have nothing to fear. I would so cruelly casually toss you aside. No. She will lean down and heft you up into her big ol' arms. You are my
Mm,
dear darling, and I will never let you go so long as you cling to me.
so you don't want more.
Do you?
Uh, Well, I definitely don't want like 17. That's just
That's
silly.
unmanageable.
That's so much. I don't know how my mom I don't know how my moms do it at all ever, but they have this system worked out. They all the council of wives. I
Ugh,
don't even want to think about it.
that sounds like bureaucratizing a relationship.
But they've seemed to have made it work. I don't know how, but it seems to work for them, I guess. But that's not what I want.
Well, Pat, what do you want? Tell me.
This is my first. This is my first thought. This is my first. This is my first relationship, so I'm not too sure exactly. But definitely not like. I definitely don't want to share you with like a dozen other people. I don't want that.
Do you want to share me with others at all? Do you want me to share you?
Well, I certainly don't want to be shared. Well, no, but I also can't be. But if I'm adventuring, I can't be like I can't spend time with. Well, I can't be there at the monastery with you all the time because I'm adventuring and gathering stories to write and. Uh,
Mhm. What, do you think I'll die of loneliness just because you're far away?
well, I mean, you already had lost a lot, and I don't want. I
Mm,
feel bad if I just go off adventuring and leave you alone again.
I
It
admit
doesn't
I
seem that seems
have
cruel.
been lonely without you, but you don't need to worry about finding a replacement you and just to keep me entertained while you're gone. Besides, I'm only a few days' flight from your home whenever you finish
You
adventuring.
did get here really fast.
Hmm, indeed, I did. For you, I would cross the bay in a night.
Oh,
Well, a night and most of a day, and desperately needed a shower afterwards. But the point is, I came as fast as my wings would carry me, and you need but call.
oh.
I,
Okay. That does make me feel a lot better.
I'm sorry to have left you worrying about me. It was not my
It was
intent to
mostly
leave you fretting.
Well, no, I mean, it's only very recent that I was thinking about this, just because when I got home, I started thinking about it when I got here. But that feels a lot better now. Yes, that's much better. Let's smooth out the brain.
Yes, that big, beautiful brain does entirely too much thinking. She won't give you head rubs.
Entirely thinking of you and your happiness as well.
I know, and if we weren't in public, I would act upon that information in most salacious ways. But there are toddlers about, so instead, she will cup your chin and give you big smoochums.
Aww.
Now, we shall play it by ear, then. If you know not what it is you want, we can experiment together and see what sets our hearts aflame.
All right.
Then it's settled. Now, she will just scoop you back up into her arms and put you over her shoulder. Pardon me, Lady Prita. I have urgent business to attend to.
It just takes a step, just slides out of the way and just bows a path to her.
All right. Talanora, you are getting taken upstairs and told all sorts of commands you are to execute upon this big manticore, while she folds you like a pretzel.
Okay. Yes. This is acceptable.
Kitty needs her milk after this big long trip just to get here.
Yes, I'm sure she is quite tired. She is undoubtedly quite tired.
Yeah, she also like burned off all that excess fat, so she's like ripped even more now.
Yep, she
And
is.
Talanora definitely
glistening.
can do something. Can definitely do something about exhaustion. Some exhaustion.
Goddamn right she can. And that feels like a pretty decent place to end it for the night. It's getting late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good to me.
And we have a channel if you guys want to continue playing out the downtime. There are also all these lovely NPCs you could interact with, as well as some side quests you could investigate if you so desire.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. But then I can write out my fucking downtime and what I'm gonna be researching, and just leave it for you to dip me in on that for next time
Nice.
Oh,
in
yeah.
between sessions. Yeah, I was gonna say my downtime, but then Manticore happened, and that was
Oops.
the next 50 fucking minutes.
I mean, it's a good 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
that's
no.
some sidetracking right there. Okay, but that's the good
Hi,
shit.
Hungy.
That's what I want. The active character
Adorable.
interaction and development.
All right. Everybody gets inspiration. Enjoy.
Nice.
Nice.
Well,
And then let's
man,
do
Frida hasn't gotten
XP.
inspiration in fucking forever.
Yeah, it's been
Does
years. Yeah,
Frida
I mean,
get
hell yeah,
guess
Frida
not.
gets
She hasn't,
inspiration,
yeah.
sure. She ever needs it. You can mark that down. Well deserved. And yeah, let's do XP. As far as I'm concerned, Frida can have XP too. She's a character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as
Oh,
well.
then she get enough to level up. Woohoo!
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Was she that
because
close?
yeah, she get enough to break the barrier. Like just get past the barrier.
Oh my god, how
Wait,
much
actually,
XP
like,
did
it's
she
enough
have?
to level her?
Hold on. There's no reason not to. Oh, she was like 1 XP under. Oh my god, she was actually had exactly up to level.
Oh, that's hilarious. Wow.
Yeah, and it took 40 years to level up.
I mean, that
Holy
makes sense. She's
shit.
already at, like, max level, basically.
No,
Yeah.
she wasn't max level. She was level 10.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
never
we
hit
didn't-
tap in
level.
We didn't
73.
hit max in that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. All right.
Holy
2
shit,
all
thank you.
good.
You leveled up my mom.
Wait, how many did everybody else get?
We
we're
haven't
still
we haven't even
getting
done XP, but you're getting at
Okay.
least 1, so that's all
Just
Frida
that
needed.
extra.
Did you explore an interesting location? No. Did you?
Yeah.
Actually,
This
no.
is the first time we've
Most
been
of you have
here.
never
Yeah.
been here before, so yeah,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
I'll count that. Sure. Did you discover a new interesting truth about the world?
The fucking
The
baker.
cup is from the
yeah.
Navarin,
Yeah.
ancient Navarians in the Urid spirit there.
Yeah, you learned more about the ancient dwarfs that live around here. Did you advance or complete a quest?
No, I
Fair
don't
enough.
think we did.
Did you
Oh,
protect the
not
people of
directly.
Iona from a deadly threat? Also no.
No.
Did you instigate lasting change in the world at large or the life of a companion?
Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
argue
So?
working out.
Yeah, I think setting relationship boundaries counts as
Yeah.
lasting change
For
for the life
Marissa.
of your companions. Yeah.
Yeah, the future marriage couple here.
Yeah.
Getting the marriage wars out of the way.
Yeah, sure, I'll allow it.
And Marissa meeting
The family.
the family.
Yeah, you gave Tassie a new best friend.
Yeah.
Yay!
Did
So it
you
looks
fulfill
like
a
3?
long-term goal from the party? I don't think so.
No.
No.
Alright,
Not
so
that I think of.
3 XP. Still
Hmm.
pretty darn good for a downtime session.
Yeah,
Inah got an extra 100 gold closer to her long term though.
Well, that's true.
that's true.
Actually,
That's very true. That's like an actual 10th of her goal.
let me
Yeah.
make sure I recorded that on her sheet. I'm pretty sure I did.
Make sure to
Holy
edit on
shit.
the
Yes.
gold thing too, because Scal's been keeping track of that.
Here, I'm in it. I'll edit that.
Okay.
Oh, I
Cool.
thought you said I'm an adult. It's like, what does
No.
that have to fucking do
In
with
it.
anything?
I look, we all need an adult once in a while around here.
Yeah, I know. But that was like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
All right. And
Oh,
Holy
no.
shit.
Hmm.
Frida gets access to 6th level spells.
yeah,
Oh yeah, nice.
Frida gets powerful. Why are you greasing yourself up, Lord?
Why do you?
Oh my
Why
God.
do you think?
Tally is getting maximally lubed.
Every minute pulls her head up to recast.
Oh yeah, I guess Frida gets like Arcane Gate now if she wants to take it.
Yeah, but Arcane Gate is only 500 feet.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not actually that good.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah,
if you're
it's-
watching on
it's-
YouTube or Twitch, thanks for tuning in. We will see you in a few days for 4E. Until then, adios and do take care.